work tomorrow. But tomorrow night, nigga, we could play all night. Then
Oh
I
yeah.
got,
Well,
I
I'm
got
still
the.
probably gonna be tired tomorrow, but
Well, we could play longer. I
you
got the
get to
game.
leave at 11. You're lucky.
Oh yeah. I mean, what y'all working on though?
Oh.
Well,
Oh, now we can hear each other. Oh.
Welcome to Al Mazrah. Exploring
Yeah, I'm
looting and
doing
securing intel will open access to
some
missions
Black
and targets.
Mouse shit.
Expect resistance from local forces and
Well,
watch for other operators in the
You can
AO.
all see what we're doing in the menu. Did the other guy leave? Hello? Okay. Not losing my gun. Where the hell are the extra? Oh god. I'm all by myself, bro. Wait.
Ultra One, activity has increased in the area. Keep your eyes open.
Holy shit.
Requesting additional team members. Sit tight.
Holy shit.
Ultra One, completing contracts earns you cash to use at buy stations for gear and upgrades. Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity in the area. Stay sharp.
Oh no.
Ultra One, activity is increasing near your location. Stay alert.
I couldn't do this alone. Never anybody on. Always evil. Oh, Doug's on. CD. Yo. Mic check. I don't even know if I'm Mike.
Oh well.
What's good, brother?
How's it going? I was in the middle of playing the free for all match on a quick play, so that's why I was just finishing it off.
Nah, it's all good. Fucking, I'm fucking around in DMZ because a buddy I was playing with, he said that supposedly, if you don't get to tier 3 on all 3 of your missions over here, there's supposed to be some new map. He saw it online. I don't know how. He's like, I'm not sure if it's true or not, but he's like, he's just trying to do it. But he said, if you don't get to tier 3, you won't be able to get on the new map if it comes out.
Well, at this point, we're all figuring it out, you know, as we play, because this shit just came out, you know, at the end of October. So, you know, like, we're all just kind of like,
oh yeah, no, I don't disagree with you on that,
what
but
is true and what's not.
Yeah, I have no fucking clue. This game is so fucking stressful with all the shit we have to do. I mean, it's fucking nuts. I mean, if you're down to play some DMZ, that's what I'm doing. I figure I'd send you an invite. Usually I have more people, but I don't know where the hell. There's people on, but once they're in a match, it's like you can't fucking get them to do fucking dick.
Yeah, no, right now I have 4 different niggas trying to fucking add me to the same fucking shit.
Oh my god.
And they're all a mixture of, you know, sex box and gay station users.
Well, yeah, I have all of it. I have the computer too and everything like that with people. I mean, if you have somebody that wants to join, or if you are doing something else, I mean, either or, it doesn't matter what you. I mean, I'm just doing whatever, so I ain't butthurt either way.
Yeah, no, honestly, like what I was doing before was like after when I just got out of the shower and everything like that, I was just doing like some free for all because I'm just, you know, building up my character up levels, and I just upgraded my guns and all that other stuff. That's all I'm really doing right now is just upgrading everything.
When did you
just
when did you get the game?
XP and all that. Where did I get the game?
No, when did you get the game?
Oh, when? I got it when it first came out in the end of October.
Here. All right, yeah, I got it at the same time.
But that was when in the beginning it was mad glitchy and it was
it's still fucking mad glitchy. Yesterday I fell through the fucking floor after jumping off of a mountain. So
and you have PS5, right?
Yeah, right. Yep. And it's hardwired and everything, so it's like right to the modem. So it's not like it's stupid shit. Yeah, this thing fucking. I don't even know who the hell wants to come in. Looking to see. Let me send some invites. Oh my god. Have you fucked around with the BR yet either?
No, what I was doing was the whatchamacallit, I did the DMZ a few times. I did the quick plays a few times with like the mixture of free-for-alls, death matches, what's the other one? The one where you catch like the dog tags with like the opponents and yourselves
Oh yeah.
with the
okay.
EXP, the extra EXP boosters, and what else? I think there's a few more.
Cause
Think of it off of the top of my head.
whatchamacallit, DMZ has like a lot of like what that's what it is. It's all about blueprints and weapons you can unlock and stuff in there. And then like they have like weapons cases with like a bunch of other shit like stickers and all sorts of other fucking weird shit. But like Building 21 was just recently released like a couple weeks ago, and you can get like a blueprint out of that and a gun and everything out of that too. So it's like not bad.
Yeah,
But-
I'm not 100%, familiar with DMZ because I only did it a few times, but I was just basically trying to because long story short, I was playing Cold War for a little bit too when I newly got my Xbox last summer, and then I just got PS5 last week. So now I have both systems on. I have both systems on 2 different TVs, and I have Modern Warfare on my Activision account, so I have it operated on both my systems just in case. Because I'm trying to figure out which one it's better on, and so far it seems to be better and a lot less glitchy on the PlayStation. I don't know which one you have. Is it the disc and digital, or
no?
is it
I just have digital. So yeah.
Yeah, me too.
But I know somebody has
to go to a store
somebody
and get
has
games.
disc and digital. They bought both that I play with, and they said that both of them are giving him problems. He thought because he was like, I'm gonna go buy the disc, and I'm like, why'd you waste the money? You just bought disc when you had digital. He goes, yeah, I just wanted to see if it'd be better, and I'm like, oh, that's you did it.
There's really
but...
no difference, and this other broad was trying to tell me just because her cousin or whatever built a computer and knows everything apparently, and I was like, bullshit. Because why the fuck would I listen to that nonsense? I know a bunch of people that fucking play this shit all the time that had Gay Station forever, and this shit is all the same.
Yeah, no, I completely agree.
It's just
fucked.
Sony trying to manipulate people into spending more money.
For the most part, I mean, they kind of lacked on the game, but this is going to be 2 years in the running, supposedly. That's what I heard, until they make another one. So it's kind of sit here and go for the ride a little bit because, it's what we got. So I don't know. But
How are things with you and Corcione? Are you guys still together, or what's happening?
Oh yeah, you didn't see. You didn't see it on Facebook?
I haven't been on social media in a minute. I've just started getting back on, after the whole New Year's break.
Well, we ended up getting married.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, well, we did it the easy way until we do something down the line. But our parents were here, and we were thinking of doing a ceremony with one of our coworkers' mom had a license to do marriages, but she was renewing it.
So it's something almost like a town hall type of thing,
right?
Well,
her parents were town hall down South Carolina. They don't they weren't doing stuff down here because of COVID. So the parents you could just get it notarized at the bank until you want to do something later on. We're all right. So we went to the bank and we just got it stamped up and sent away. So we got married.
Oh well, congratulations! I'm happy for
thank you
guys.
Man. Yeah, it was about time.
And
we were 8 years in the running, so
it was time because I met you guys 5 or 6 years ago, and you were you were still dating. So it was definitely time.
Well, after two moves,
do you still talk to Greg and Christine or not?
No, I'm on the. I see Greg on Facebook every now and then, and it'll be a slight maybe comment here and there, but after my whole situation with Greg in Minnesota with him acting the way he did, I think I might have talked to you about it once, but it was just really bad. And then he had a bunch of his Goonie friends like Susta and some other fucking chick say some really nasty shit to us, and then had oh god, what was that guy's name, Brianna? The bald-headed one. Andrew.
Oh,
this guy Andrew.
Andrew, I think.
Yeah, Andrew. Called Brianna and made her fucking cry, saying I was doing some shit I was never doing, and said that he was gonna get Steve Wilkos or something, a lawyer, and put us on Steve Wilkos. I was some fucking weird shit, but she actually had to get out of work, when we were in Minnesota, and I was like, yo, I'm not dealing with any of this crap anymore. I'm you know, well, now I'm 36, but I was still a few years younger, and I said, I can't deal with this crap. That's why I got out of New York. I said, I brought Greg with me because I thought maybe it'd be better for him, but he was drinking like a fucking, an animal. It was like to the point, man, where there was a case of beer and it was like a 36 rack, and I couldn't even find it in the morning. It was terrible.
I have Greg and Christine over my place all the time now because I live a lot closer to them now. They're in Islip.
Yeah, I know
and I'm in Kings Park.
That's where I used to live, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I remember you saying that. I live in the San Remo Village area, right by the water, like right before.
Yeah, I know where you're at. Yeah.
I'm about 2 or 3 blocks before, the water by Riviera.
Damn, you must have got lucky with an apartment. I guess somebody's renting out a space for you.
It's a high ranch house that's on. I don't know if you're familiar with those weird flower streets. I'm on Rosewood. And,
yeah.
It's in the San Remo Village, and I think it's the first block. When you go to how the fork splits into 3 lanes before when you first enter the village. I'm in the middle lane that goes all the way down. I go a little bit more further down, right by the water, and I'm 2 blocks away from it.
All right, that's not bad. Is it
It's the bluff. It's the bluff where you go kayaking in the in the river that's right behind the beach.
Yeah.
Which I've went kayaking several times this past summer, and it was dope. I liked it. And,
yeah, you got a nice spot,
I like living here. I would never step a foot in Nassau ever again.
No, man, that's a great spot, but financially, it's probably a bitch, and because I know the pricing down there, so lucky you're able to do it,
Oh, I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised I could do this all by myself because I was living with my first ex-girlfriend a long time ago. What was it? We moved into this apartment together in 2021, almost 2 years ago, and we broke up. I kicked her out, and then I took over everything, by myself, and I just went crazy, decking the place out, getting video game systems, trying to enjoy my time here while I'm, staying and all that other stuff. So I made myself right at home.
Oh fuck. Yeah, man. I mean,
and I have parties here every other weekend.
Yeah, I see that, but you have the spot for it, and being by that, you're down by the water, man. I mean, that's a fucking hot spot. I used to go down by that water all the time, because down by Riviera, down there's a little park. So if you're with a bunch of your buddies, you could literally go down by that park, and you could just chill on some fucking beers and be right by the water.
That's exactly what I was doing, and when I first moved in the summertime when I discovered it, just walking around and driving around and shit. And there's the other park that's called the Paul T. Givens Park. I think it's leading to the Nesquik. It leads into the Nesquik River. And
Nesquik, not Nesquik.
Well, I can't pronounce it, so I call it Nesquik.
All right, that's fine. But it's Native American. But fucking hell. But yeah, if you go by the Psych Center,
it just sounds like Nesquik chocolate milk, so I call it Nesquik River.
The Psych Center right by you down the road. There's a way you could park in there, and you could literally walk around in there. There's actual walking areas for you to walk. And they have an overhang that overlooks all the water and shit like that.
Oh, I know. I smoke there all the time.
Yeah, that's fucking great. I used to do that shit all the time. Yep. That's the fucking best.
But now I built this, those little heating tents that restaurants had during COVID, those little white ones with the windows.
Yeah, yep.
I built one on my patio, so now I can smoke in there all I want.
Oh, fuck.
And not freeze my ass off because I have a 1500 watt.
See, now you got to get a little
heater.
Little boat or dinghy or something, or something with a little engine so you could ride around the water.
Yeah, I love this area. I wish I moved here sooner.
Oh well, I've lived there my whole life up until I moved to Minnesota, and I was so sad to move out of there because I was so gracious for it, but times change and things change, so I couldn't afford that. It's just a fucking ridiculous. I mean, to own a home there, I would never be able to do it. The taxes alone are fucking ridiculous in New York. So
I know. I don't blame you for leaving. I mean, I'm the only asshole in my family that's still staying in New York.
I mean,
Everybody
if you
else
could do it,
left.
more power to you. I mean, listen, it's a beautiful area where you're at. It's just that the way the traffic's built up on Long Island, it is almost like standstill no matter where the fuck you go, you know? So it's
The only thing
overcrowded.
that's not, the only thing that is a little bit of traffic, during rush hour is 25A Main Street. Like in
Yeah.
downtown, in downtown Kings Park, like where,
Yeah.
like, like Verizon is, and when you pass the post office and you go to like all the shopping center areas
yep.
nearby, right by, like all that other stuff. Because
Oh, yeah.
I go there every single day because that's where my chiropractor is. That's where the laundromat is. That's where that pizzeria, the Main Street Pizza Cafe.
If you
that I
haven't
order all the
gone
time.
yet, you got to go to. Have you been over to Ciro's yet? Over there?
Yes, I have. I
All
went
right,
there
good.
4
Yeah.
times already.
Yeah, it's fucking
I
great.
actually took out 3 different broads over there.
Oh yeah, that's fucking the best place to go. And then there's the right across the street from it, basically, almost diagonal from it. I think it's called the Red Room. My dad goes there all the time too, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, the Red Cafe.
Red Cafe, yeah.
Yep, I went there a few times as well. And where else do I go? Did you ever go to Long River Rodizio?
I might have. They probably changed a bunch of shit since I've been there. So
It's a Portuguese Brazilian restaurant. It's been there for a minute. They probably changed the name a few times. But
They
I
might
also,
have.
you know which bar I keep going to that's nearby? The Legends. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's
Oh
on Indian
yeah,
Head.
all right. Legends. They changed the name over and made that new. But have you been over to Shanahan's at all?
That's the one that's on Old Dock, right?
Yeah, Old Dock,
right?
Yeah, they have wing night, and the wings are fucking.
It's
the best
right,
wings you
Old
can
Dock in
get.
St. John Land.
Yep.
I've been there, I think, once a long time ago.
You
before I
got to
even
go on a
moved here.
Wednesday for a wing night. The Wednesdays are the wing night, and the wings, you'll never have a better wing in your entire life.
I won't be able to do that because I have work the next day at 6 in the morning.
All right, well, next time you get the chance, order wings from the place. You know, it's
Yeah,
actually,
I know, because like my life changed completely since I moved here. I'm a pest control technician, so everything just totally changed. Like my life is devoted to this
Oh,
job.
so you're killing off
Bec-
half of Long Island, one spray at a time.
The only time I ever get to turn up is on weekends, really.
Yeah, no, that's the point
And I've
of
been
getting
doing
older.
it more low key because I'm older now. I'm just like you. Like I'm 35. I'm only
Yeah.
a year younger than you, so you know how it is.
Oh
I can't be
yeah, no.
going out to like these clubs with like 21, 22-year-olds. I'll look like a fucking goddamn pedophile. I'm old enough to be these kids' fathers.
Oh come on, Paulie D keeps doing it.
That because that nigga's desperate for money.
He just came
Fuck
down
outta
here
here.
recently, but the club down here, bro, down in South Carolina, the clubs are so shot. Like the one club, I'm gonna try to describe it to you the best and the experience of it. So I'm like, yeah, let me go out to this club and see like how it is for the one night, right? So my first experience was, I have to go in this like parking lot to park, and I park, and it's like a block away, and it's already like $15 for like a certain amount of time to like park. And I'm like, all right, I'm already paying enough to fucking park. And then like I get to the bar or whatever, this club, it's 2 stories, and it's like a long corridor kind of thing on the bottom with like the bar on one side and like a small DJ booth when you first walk in, some like, special seating. And they have an outdoor area where it's kind of like a little stage and some seats and another bar. But anyways, it's really small. So I get in there and it's 9 o'clock and I'm looking around and no one's in here and I'm waiting. And I'm fully nicely decked out and I'm looking around and I'm like, all right, how is this place going to be? So I started looking around and I asked the bartenders, I said, so where's the other part? And they're like, it's up here. And I go, all right, I've never been here before. And I'm like, well, what time does it open up there? And they're like, well, it doesn't open up till 11. I said, 11? I said, that's where the main DJ is, right? And they go, yeah. I said, well, I'm here at 9 o'clock. So, I kind of was staying sober that night just to check out the club, see how it is, because I knew it was a big drive home. So, like, I wait, and I'm chilling for a while, and 11 o'clock hits. They sent us upstairs, to go see a DJ. We had paid our fees and everything like that. And it's a bigger upstairs, kind of not really huge. So it's not like a big New York club or anything. So I get up there and there's these other DJs playing, and I go, all right, and I'm asking questions, and I go, I'm waiting, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? The main DJ didn't come on to almost 12:30, and they don't do like the 24-hour shit here. They close at about like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, because 2 o'clock is closing time. So the DJ went on for almost
because
about
nobody's
an hour.
open until like 4 or 5 in the morning no more. Those days are over.
Yeah, they didn't pull any of that shit. So I was like, what the fuck? So I ended up spending like $40 to go see this DJ because I got the tickets on a late, just for the hell of it. I wanted to go out, and yeah, it was
but
terrible.
Then you got ripped off because they didn't show up till like almost less than an hour.
No, that's how they
closing.
were. That's how they set it up. That's normal for them at this place.
Oh, that's
That was
bullshit.
fucking bad.
I would
Yeah,
be
they were telling me
I'd
it's
be
normal.
pissed. If I got at least 2 hours out of it, if that was me or whatever in that situation, I would have been a happy camper. But less than an hour, no, I'm sorry. Like that's bullshit.
Well, Brianna went to another place over here, and the only other place that does like clubbish type things, and she went in there. Oh God, what the fuck? What was the name of the place, Brianna? Deco, and it's a bunch of like people who play like really bad like trapish type rap.
That used to be in Sciotoville, New Jersey.
Deco.
There was a club called Deco in Sciotoville, New Jersey.
Well,
I used to go there, what was it, back in the day. This is when I was like 21, 20. And I would take the train from Newark to wherever, I think it was, whatever the next town was before Sciotoville. And then I would just, take a taxi or, well, because Ubers didn't exist back then. But I would take like a taxi from like the spot that I just got from. I don't even remember like exactly the location, but it was crazy. And
Well,
I used to go there every other weekend, and I didn't even live anywhere near it.
yeah, she went to the shitty one down here, and it was like she went with her cousin and stuff, and it was for like her cousin's like birthday or whatever. Like, we're gonna go down there, and they all went down, and she like came back with like, I've seen the place, but I haven't been in it. And she goes, yeah, it's like kind of small, not too big, and she's like, the DJs are terrible. And I was looking up music that they play, and they're always like posting things on social media. Like I said, it's like shitty rap trap where it's not even like the top hits where like they do early 2000s. It's just total straight bad. And she said they give you like a mouthwash cup for your drink. Like, she said there was like nothing in the cup when she went to go drink it. How much was the drink?
Probably like $20.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it was some ridiculous amount.
Yeah, because
Well,
anything with like a DJ performance or whatever it is, they're always gonna like up the price in drinks too. Because normally in New York City alone, the drinks are between like $18 to $22 each, if not more. Some drinks are even $25, like a fucking regular Jack and Coke, and like a small fucking pint glass is like $20, $25 now.
Well, yeah, why do you think I tailgated most of the time before I went in? Or if I could go in and out, I'd come back to the car. That's exactly what I do
It's
at
fucking
places.
retarded. Like, it was crazy, but I'm telling you, it's not even worth going out to those places no more. Because, like, we've done it already when we were younger, so what's the difference if we do it now, you know?
Yeah, the only reason why I went out is to make
It's just going to be
connections.
another wave of, like, a younger generation full of stupid-ass millennials.
Well, I go out to see a bunch of, like, I see, like, I'm also into, like, a lot of metal music. So I go to, like, a local bars that do, like, metal stuff and everything like that. And the people who are into the bands and stuff like that, they're all around my age. So, like, no matter who I'm meeting, it's not really young people. It's people who are really with it. And really, I've been meeting, like, a lot of awesome people down here. But when I was in Minnesota had, they had all the really cool people who are my age, who are into the EDM scene. And when you would go to the clubs out there, it wasn't like you were seeing
You
young
weren't far
kids.
away from Minneapolis or St. Paul, right?
No, I was about 20 minutes from Minneapolis. So, yeah, so
I'm trying to remember, because I know you moved there, like, maybe, like, within 2 or 3 years of me knowing you.
Yeah.
And then, where in South Carolina do you live now?
Somerville, it's about maybe 20, 25 minutes, maybe a little more give and take to Charleston, so it's not far. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have cousins that live in Greenville, Woodruff, and what's the other one? Marietta.
All right, I know Greenville. I've been up there. That's a good like 3.5 hours away. The other ones I'm not too familiar with, but I think they might be more distant. But yeah, Marietta, I don't know. And the other, yeah, we don't. I wouldn't really know the other two he said. I just, but it is what it is. But I mean, I would have said it's pretty nice down here, but the economy's fucking weird down here. It's like it did like a whole I came down when I visited when the economy was at like 100,000 to like almost 200 to $250,000 for a home, and then as I came down during like the COVID time, I came in like 3 or 4 months of being here in my apartment. They sold the fucking shit to some investors, and they tried to jack the prices up on us like 150 plus, depending on where you were and how your view was, and if they wanted to renovate and all this shit.
You know what it is? Because they could probably tell that you were from New York. So once when they hear New York, they think that you automatically got money.
Well, no, they were doing it to everybody. It wasn't just me. It was literally the whole entire community I'm in.
Oh.
And yeah,
I would have thought that they would always do it to like the people up north because they always assume that that we some shit dollar bills.
Nah, it wasn't even that at all, man. It was just, it got terrible down here. Now the houses that were like, let's hypothetically say the house was like, between $100,000 to $200,000. Now they're going for between $300,000 to $400,000. Like, it is fucking not even worth it for the houses down here. And they're almost ass up against each other. Like being towards the city in Queens.
Something, yeah. So, like, places down south now are getting more expensive. You know what it is? Because of the population increase. And, there, even though there's some ports down south have no state tax, but they're going to start doing that, especially with Florida now. Forget about it, because Florida is basically the next Trump. And,
yeah, it's, what do we have? We pay low taxes, but we pay for, like, our cars. If you get, like, a brand new car, when I first got my car, I had to pay, like, $800 for it the first fucking year on taxes alone, plus the taxes I paid on the car. And then,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that was, like, I was fucking nuts. And then some areas you pay double, like, tax when you go to, like, for, like, liquor and, like, all, like, commodities like that. Like, because we're in, like, the Charleston, like, it's called North Charleston, and then Somerville, so it's almost like interconnected. So sometimes you'll pay like a double tax when you're out, and you'll be looking at your tax on your fucking receipt of shit, and you'll be like, this fucking shit is so fucking crazy that I'm paying this, because Minnesota there was no sales tax, but it's like pretty decent down here on that. And then we don't get like state health insurance, so like we have to deal with like, the job health insurance. So like you have to pay like your co-pays and all that type of shit. Like you could get like state health insurance in New York as well, but here we're pretty fucked. So like I'm paying a lot of insurance fees and everything like that, and that's what's coming out of my pocket. I mean, I must have paid like the last time almost $7,000 worth of medical shit I had to do, and that's because we were getting it out of like the Starbucks Brianna was working at before she changed her job because it was better insurance. And at that point, it was like almost like $2,000 for the year before they covered, I think like 80%, but now her job does it where it's like 1,000 because she works at a vet now, 1,000 per year, and then it's like they cover 90%, but we still have to pay 10%. So it's like we're still paying that $1,000 up to $1,000 for shit, plus whatever the 10% is, which is absolutely fucking.
You might as well just rent another apartment because you're basically paying like almost another mortgage or rent of some
that's
sort.
That's depending if I get sick or not. Yeah.
That's crazy because in New York right now, as we speak, because I was doing some research because a couple of my friends are actually moving around like relatively around the same time this year.
Yeah.
And studio apartments now, the cheapest you'll ever find is like $1,500 or $1,600. It is absolutely insane.
So we got a 2-bedroom. Originally it was $1,180, right? So the area I'm specifically in is like a big growing area. I mean, it's like they're literally like cutting down trees. Where like, I mean, it could cause like 2 different zip codes. But anyways, I'm right now, this is without my garage. So I have a garage separate, which is about like $120. So I'm paying $1,585. Then they added on, this apartment complex did a nickel and diming shit. So we have to pay for the water, the sewer, that's separate. We have to pay for a supposed valet trash service, which is like $27. We pay for the dumpster they take our shit to right around the bend from us, which is like $5. A $5 parking fee $3 Bugman fee, and then as of the last year, they decided to come up with some magical fee, which is like communal lights, which is the lights around our pond that we have, and the buildings that we don't, that's like the office building and the gym. We pay for those lights, so that's about like anywhere from like $12 to $15 a month for every person to pay.
So this is a complex that you guys live in now?
An apartment complex. Is a big apartment complex. Yeah, it used to be like a golf course, and then the golf course got made into like an apartment complex, and then like it was like, you know, it was owned, and it was owned for a long time by a good company that we came into, and then they sold it, and then investors bought it, but they started bringing in all these like leasing companies, and now I'm on my I think it's like 4th or 5th leasing company since I've been here, because all of them have like really fucked up royally and got fired for doing like despicable shit to us, which in South Carolina, I'll just give you a little hint, we have no renter's protection, so they can go up on us any price that they want. And there's a new law in 2022, it started in 2022, where it's called the hospitability law. It's like how hospitable your like apartment is, like how livable your apartment is. So they say no matter how bad your apartment is, it could be like broken down, destroyed, whatever it is, as long as you don't get hurt in your apartment from something that was built in the apartment, you cannot withhold rent from them, and you cannot sue them. And the only way you could sort of kind of withhold rent from the apartment is if like your AC heater unit doesn't work, and that's probably the only thing you can look into, because they have like nothing for the renters down here. Like, you're fucking screwed in in this state.
Sounds just like New York.
Well, they have renters protection for you guys, though.
Well, like, sometimes, because like I live in a private home, so it's a little different. And the good thing is I didn't need to do any lease or anything like that, so I could basically, you know, stay as long as I possibly can.
Yeah, but if you don't do a lease, do you know, like if something happens, you got to know your rights at least. There's got to be a tenant something for your rights.
Yeah, no, I know, but like, I mean, I have a pretty good relation with upstairs, and whatchamacallit, I you know, like, I take care of this place like it's my own, which it is. It like this part of the house is mine, so it's like, you know,
yeah,
I take care of it like it's gold.
I used to know somebody that used to live down there. In a place, but it used to be owned by an old lady, and you're almost.
Are you talking about Are you talking about San Remo?
Yeah, San Remo, and he moved because he was with this guy Justin, and the guy Justin was really bad that he was living it, but he had a really nice place down there, and it almost sounds similar, like sort of kind of like what you're talking about, but it was, you know, and almost by the same road that you're at too.
Oh, like, I really, really, really changed it the way it was, because whoever lived here before me just didn't take care of it at all, and I felt bad because, like, all this overgrowth and vines and shit were wrapping around, like, the fence around the landlord's property, and it was unkept, and then, like, you know, they just left crap all over, like, the patio and shit like that, and, like, you know, like, everything just, you know, like, I just basically cleaned it all up, and, like, I just built like a whole big sanctuary for myself. It's basically like a party house / man cave / apartment.
No, that's nice. I know down by you too, there used to be, if you go by the Bluff, there used to be a restaurant called the Old Dock, and now I don't know what it's going to be changing into 100%, but my dad said it's supposed to be like this big like restaurant coming in or something like that, and they're supposed to be opening up the doors and do stuff on the beach and shit. So I don't know. Well,
they still have that giant. They still have that little Riverside deli that's right on Riviera called Linda. It's a privately owned Italian deli.
Yeah, I know that. Yep.
You know, like, and they have like pizza, they got paninis, they got pasta, they got sandwiches, salads, etc. And then they make their own made imported beer, and they also have. What else do they have? They just got like a bunch of new shit in there. Like every time I go in there, it always changes. So I guess they have a seasonal shit there and whatever. You know, their pizza's pretty good. And I like mostly like their other stuff better, because I've been going to the Main Street Pizza Cafe because it's a lot, even though it's a little bit further away. The owner is from Brooklyn, so you know I can't compare it to that. So I agree with you like that. There's like for where you're at,
there's so much, like, it's so nice to, like, the town itself had so much to, like, offer all the time. So it's like you got, like, a couple liquor stores, you got pizzerias, you have, you know, well, you had diners.
Are you kidding me?
have,
A couple liquor stores is an understatement. There's a liquor store on every corner now in Kings Park.
Yeah,
Even
and
gas
and
stations
bars
have like a liquor attachment to it now.
Oh,
Especially
yeah.
the Valero stations. They have like the auto care, and then they have like a liquor attachment center next to
yep.
it now. It's crazy. Like it's dope. I like it, and I can't even tell you how many fucking smoke shops are down 25A alone, and bars. Forget about it. There's like
Yep.
7 or 8 that are walking distance within me.
Yeah.
And
If you go down,
I live-
oh god, was it 25A going towards Smithtown? You got a strip club down there too.
yeah, well, it's closed now. It's called. It used to be called Oasis.
Oh, it closed?
Yeah, it's been closed for like almost a year. That
Oh,
was in that
shit.
little corner right before 25 and 25A split,
Yep.
and it was at that little corner area, like right before you Smithtown, and it's been closed for a while. COVID definitely fucked them up, so that's why. But whatchamacallit, I believe they still have that Space Hookah Lounge open. That's
All
across
right.
the street from that
Yeah,
club.
I know. I knew my buddy used to own that originally when
It
it was
used to be
something
called
else.
Fire and Ice. You remember?
Yep, Fire and Ice, yep.
There was this broad that I used to hook up with that worked there. Her name was Lisa or whatever. She used to live in Grand Canyon. I don't know where she lives now because I haven't spoken to her in mad long. But whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah, fuck, man. Yeah, that whole area, it's all slightly changing all the time, but still, it's like, it's great. But like, what I was gonna say is, what's really weird is when you move out of state, right? To like, even Minnesota was the same way, and Minnesota is a little bit different, but here in like South Carolina, beer and liquor can't be sold in the same exact like place. So like you'll see like it's so fucking weird. You'll see like a place, it's called like Beer City. So they'll have like the same building, but they have to separate it by a wall and doors to go in and out. So like you'll have beer on one side and you'll have liquor on the next. And like same thing with like Total Wines. We have like Total Wines, which I don't know if you ever heard of a Total Wine, but Total Wines are the most fucking crazy shit you will ever see in your entire life. It's like going into a Costco of liquor and fucking beer. But this one they have in particular here, that's like I said, is beers on one side. You buy your beer, you walk out of the place, you literally come outside, go to the other side, walk in the doors, and then there's liquor fucking galore. And I mean, it is like Costco of liquor and beer. Insanity, bro. Like fucking nuts.
I would be in heaven if I
Yeah,
went there.
but the grocery stores here sell wine and beer. They have like a whole thing, like a whole section cut out of almost all the grocery stores specifically for like your wines and stuff like that. And then they have one section where it's all beer.
There is so much liquor in my house from me going to the liquor store around every part of the block. Like there's liquor stores on every corner, all over Indian Head, all over 25A Main Street, all over fucking
All right.
what's the other one? Pulaski.
All right, I'm gonna start with you on this. All right, and it's not to compare you. It's not anything like
'cause we've
that.
been bullshitting for too long.
I got a margarita. I got a Margaritaville mixer, right? I bought one of those fuckers, right? So I don't drink too much anymore, really, but I have a lot of liquor. For people in here, I got everything from a couple flavors of whiskey and rum, right? To I even have Ryan Reynolds gin sitting here. I have like Kaluas, Midori. I got other flavors of gin, Wild Turkey. Fucking, I have sake. Let me see. I have everything
so
you can make a margarita with.
Over there.
Yeah, I got everything for margaritas, even the orange liqueur for that. I got every mixer you can imagine. We have a Firefly Distillery down here, right, that does the sweet tea vodka. So I got raspberry and ice and lemonade flavor to make raspberry lemonades, which is fucking dope. And then they had a coffee one, which was so fucking good that if you put it in coffee, you could literally fill up the whole cup without coffee, and it would just taste like the coffee. That was fucking
Wow, you
dope.
beat me on that shit because all I have is like tequila, whiskey. What was it? I have Jack. I got Johnny
I got Jack,
Walker,
yep.
Jameson.
I got the vermouth too that you need for the to make that other shit, the martinis. I got moonshine in the fridge. I got the strawberry cream moonshine, smoky, those things.
The ones with like the chunks on the bottom, right? And when you like get to the bottom and you like taste the chunks, you get even more fucked up.
This one I don't know if it has the strawberries in it, but it's got. I got it for making like pancakes and shit. So like that's kind of what my thought was with it, and to make little like other drinks. But then my dad got me Omaha Steaks. So when he got me Omaha Steaks, there was a wine voucher for $100 off of wine. So it was like for about 13 bottles of wine, it was about $85, and that was like no shipping, no nothing. So I got for about like a little over $6, 13 bottles of wine, and I'm getting down on it. I have about 2, 4, 6. I have about 8 bottles left of wine up there. I have a bottle of champagne in here. I have a bottle of peppermint schnapps. Another whiskey down here. Oh, there's some more rum hiding in here. I didn't even look. I have like 3 or 4. Multiple beer. Just so many different fucking beers in there, different kinds.
So I'm assuming you and Corcione like turn up on cool.
No, you know what the funny part is? We don't turn up like you think, and we're doing something a little bit different because we've lost each of us lost between 30 to 40 pounds, right? And some of what we're doing right now is we decided we found this stuff called skinny mixes. It's from Skinny Girl, and they're all like Skinny Girl or Jordan's mixes or whatever. They're all sugar free, so we cut down on a lot of the sugar. We're still a little bit bad on some carbs here and there. Once in a while, we may have something sugary, especially when the holidays hit. But we take
I mean, like that. You can't escape from that.
No,
it's impossible.
But we take apple cider vinegar, and that's kind of helped like us to lose weight. And I started going to the gym a little bit, or doing some like push-ups. I have a push-up board.
We've had a conversation, I think, a couple of months ago before, like when I was dropping weight too, and like you guys look great. Congratulations. Yeah, we did it. Keep at it.
But yeah, man, it's all about like health-wise, because if you realize as you get older, you don't realize how much like little things that you normally would do, be it even eating like some pasta, let's say, things like that could affect you so much more. And you want to be able to enjoy the things that you normally like.
Well, yeah, it's straight carbs, but like at the same time, you gotta eat like not even just like the whole wheat pasta, but like I started to get like the yellow boxes, the protein pastas that I get at Uncle Giuseppe's, because that's the only market that I shop for food. Because they're a little expensive, not gonna lie, but it's good quality motherfucking food.
Yeah, I miss that place. We don't have like that down here. There's no we have good Italian food, but every Italian place you go to, right, there's always a fucking New Yorker in there, or somebody from Italy, of course. But literally, it's like, where are you from? Oh, we're from Long Island. We're from New York. We started over here, and then I'm like best buddies with all of them. One guy I met down here, he goes, like Arthur Avenue, where they have the meat district and all that. And I go, yeah. And he's the owner of the restaurant down here. And he goes, yeah, my grandfather or somebody, he said, in his family opened up the first pizza place over there in New York, and it's still running till today.
And how long ago that?
God, I don't remember how long ago that was. He said it was in. I can't give you exact. I don't remember it. I remember the conversation, but I don't remember the exact date, so I don't want to give you the wrong date on it. But it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
But goddamn, I would say there's a lot of Italian restaurants all down by me, especially it's the North Shore, Long Island. Forget about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Here it's just it's becoming more like a New York because of all the influx of people coming down. So we're dealing with a mix of the New Yorkers and the Southern people, and the Southern people have been really nice to us. It's just that getting on the roads with them is a fucking disaster because they don't drive right. They go really slow. So we're sitting there on our horns all the time, screaming at them because they're stopping at green lights.
You're probably running into a bunch of fucking retards with dementia or some shit.
Well, they our neighbors from North Carolina, and she doesn't even use her mirrors and shit like that. She goes, yeah, I don't use my mirrors, and she's about in her 70s. And she goes, I don't use my mirrors.
That's no bueno.
Yeah, she's like, she doesn't even turn on her signal when she fucking turns. I'm like, what are you doing, woman? And then she's like brake checking people. And when I was in the car with her, she almost fucking put my head through the fucking windshield. I was like, lady. I was like, lady, what the fuck you doing? I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. But, like, I mean, down here, aside from that, like, the people here are fucking great people. Like, most of my neighbors, they're like a mix of people from all over the place. But, like, straight nice people. Like, we hang out with people who are, like, even older than us, who are, like, in their 60s and 70s, and they can kick it just as good as we can, you know?
That's dope because, you know what, you're lucky enough that you'll even get somebody in New York to even, like, say even hello or even look in your direction. Nonetheless, give you the finger.
All right,
but
take the New Yorker, take the New Yorker out of New York.
And all that other shit.
No, take the New Yorker out of New York. And I'll tell you, the motherfuckers, there's a guy downstairs from like, New York already down there. He's, like, around my age. Friendly as fuck ever. There's another one from the Bronx over here. Friendliest person ever. I think there's, like, maybe in all my complex, there's got to be like maybe I think there was like 5 or 6 plus people or even more than that out here who were there. And one of my neighbors, he was from I think from Brooklyn or whatever, and he loved me to death. And he was a retired officer and stuff in New York. I think he was like a sergeant or something. And he had me help him move and stuff like that into his new house and working with them and his son and stuff like that. And he was paying me $25 an hour to work with them, and I wasn't doing shit.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like fucking straight. And it's all the New Yorkers down here. They're so nice because the problem is when you're in New York, everybody puts up a front because they're like, it's New York, we got to get that hustle in. We don't want to deal with people because it's all rush. New York, New York, New York. But as soon as they move somewhere else where it's a little bit different, all us New Yorkers kind of like just slow down a little bit and they take that step back and they go, well, we can kind of relax a little bit, even though life still gets you. And every person from New York down here has been kind as hell to everybody that I've met and kind to even all of us New Yorkers coming together. Not like, oh, I hate you because you're from New York. It's no like, yo, man, it's great to see you. You're from New York. How do you like it down here? I like the people. And been no problems. So
yeah, the only thing that New York has that nobody else will have is just basically it.
What, food?
Yeah, I'm just saying like good quality food. You know what I mean? Like New York is just known for that.
Yeah.
You know, like New York has the best pizza. New York has the best bagels.
Yeah.
New York has the best, you know, like culturized restaurants. Whatever. It's just it is what it is, unfortunately. But you know what? Anything else? Once when anybody moves out of there or whatever, they don't miss shit except just the food. That's it.
Oh yeah. It's I miss a little bit of like the scenery because of like the water and stuff like that. I get a little bit of that missing here because like I'm about maybe I would say almost 40 minutes from the water. Sometimes it takes to get down to like the actual like ocean, and it's not a bad drive. It's like could be 30-40 minutes depending, and I don't mind taking it, but it's all like, you know, it's like almost
just out of the way.
Resort. Yeah, it's out of the way, and it gets really crowded down there because the water places down here are like the real hot spot. So like parking's always a bitch, you know what I mean? But like for me, I would love to drink down there, but like, you know, I gotta drive. So like, and I'm not gonna take an Uber. You know the prices on that shit. I'll be paying out my ass. Even to go to Charleston for an Uber is like almost $25-30. So like, if I drive, I gotta make sure that I'm at least pretty good to get home because I'm not getting pulled over and getting fucked for doing something stupid while I'm driving, you know?
Yeah, my cousin actually said that he likes Charleston better than Myrtle.
Myrtle is, it's dirty Myrtle, and like, it's it is a cool place to be. Very kind of like, it has a lot of like awesome places, but it's mostly like touristy, and the food isn't necessarily that good because it's everybody like, you know, coming in and they're just slinging out food thinking that you're gonna get good food because it's Myrtle, but you end up, you know, being stuck with like this half-assed fucking bullshit in front of you. that's anywhere down here by the water. You got to be really careful unless you're in Charleston.
Well, yeah, you might as well just go to fucking McDonald's or White Castle.
Yeah. Well, the water down here, and the restaurants by the water, I mean, they look like they're really good because it gets very crowded. But the last time I went to one, a couple towns away by the water, you know, I said, we're gonna go to this what is it, Cowboy Jack's or wherever the hell it is, and the long story short, the drinks were fucking disgusting. They tasted like rubbing alcohol or just throw up, and Brianna couldn't even drink them. And then they didn't have any tap beer, and then on top of that,
fuck out of here, call John Tapper.
Yo, he should have. At some of these fucking places down here. All right, so you get a mix of like breweries, right? And the breweries are pretty good, but aside from those, like, you know, the places that produce their own beer, half the bars down here where like all the bands and a lot of the DJs are going to and stuff like that, they're like places that like sling like sort of kind of alright drinks, but there's no drafts at all there, so you can't get that. You got to get a bottled beer.
They gotta go on Bar Rescue.
yeah. Oh yeah, I thought about that many times.
If your wife threw up from that shit, that ain't good.
Well, she almost threw up from it. She almost threw up from that one place. She was about to.
Yeah, but that's not normal. Whether she did or she almost did.
Yeah.
The point is, it wasn't good.
No.
You can't make that shit up.
No.
If you feel like you have to spit out beer, that's bad.
No, man. Yeah, some of this shit, like just the drink.
They are
like,
probably I would not drink
she
that
got a
because
Long
you know
Island
what?
iced tea and it tastes like rubbing alcohol, and then she got one of their mixed drinks.
No, because they probably aren't cleaning their whatchamacallit, their fountain drains and all that other shit. That's probably all
too,
like old, nasty, moldy bacteria that grows in there from not being maintenance to maintain. That's why you taste that aftertaste afterwards too. Like it almost tastes like fucking.
Well, they weren't making it right to begin with.
It's almost like you were drinking like piss warm tap water that was just put in a refrigerator for 10 minutes.
No, when I go to, like I said, when I go to a bar now, I bring like two higher alcohol content beers. So I'll get like anywhere from like a 7 to like a 10% beer. I'll chug them before I go in or chill on them with my buddy. We'll drink the beers, then we'll go in the bar. We'll have like a shot or two, and then maybe I'll get a beer from the bar because, like I said, everywhere I end up going is a bottled beer.
Just be careful with tap beer though, because if the bubbles aren't sizzling from bottom to the top, it's not fresh beer.
Oh yeah,
it's
I know.
Old beer that's just been sitting there. It's just it's not fresh. It's probably just tap, and it's probably just like piss warm beer that has just been sitting there because they're probably not cleaning their fucking shit. By the end of closing, they're just recycling everything, and it's just gonna taste straight up fucking like piss.
Oh
it's
yeah,
disgusting.
no, yeah, I know. So like, yeah,
that's why I never get tap beer ever. I will just get it in a bottle. That's it.
You shouldn't discredit some places. Like you should just be like, can I try it? You know what I mean? Then you can take a look at it. You know, they could always give you a sample and see how you like it.
Like if you like it, then get a fucking pitcher.
Yeah, or whatever. But I drink all those fancy beers because I just like something a little bit different. So it's like, you know, I'll get like samplers. They have like 4 different types of beers, and you could try different things out. So it usually is nice to do for the most part. But I've been to some really good places.
I just drink that typical Mexican piss water.
Oh God, you're gonna turn your stomach, bro. Oh my God, I don't.
I'm Spanish, so I can handle it. I don't give a fuck.
Well, yeah, I remember how you used to drink on shit, but I used to drink like Everclear, and that's what fucked my ass up. So like, I have to be very careful what I was drinking, and I had to get an endoscopy done. And luckily there was no like cancer or anything, but they were putting me on heavy medicines because I was on some other shit.
You mean an endoscopy?
Yeah.
When you said endoscopy, I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I don't know, maybe I said it wrong. Yeah, I don't fucking know.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Sounded like you were saying telescope.
Or whatever the hell it is. Well, regardless, I had it done.
That's what it is.
Yeah. But I had it done, and I have to go back and get it done again once the new insurance kicks in. But you know, I'm all right now. Like I drink, I don't have as many problems, but I don't drink like I used to. You know, like no, I'm not touching Everclear. That's for fucking sure. I don't fuck with that shit. So it's, you know.
But you know what? We all did it when we were younger. You know what I mean? Like even though when you was around in New York.
Dude, I was bad. I was
Oh,
drinking
yeah,
it
no, so
almost
was I.
every
I was-
weekend.
Oh yeah, I would go, please. Like when I was in high school or whatever, like I started becoming an alcoholic real bad, like real early in my life, before I even hit 21. I would have my older friends buy the liquor for me, and if I had nobody to go out with or whatever at the time, I would drink it by myself upstairs in my room, and then like talk to random broads on like MySpace or whatever.
Oh,
And then
God.
whatchamacallit, and then as I got older, when I became legal, that's when it got real bad. Like I was going out like 2, 3, 4 times a week, just constantly, just at bars or at clubs or at lounges, and just spending at least $300-400 a night, like just on straight up liquor.
You were making
was
that much
horrible.
money to be able to afford that shit, bro? That's fucking crazy.
I was working 2, sometimes 3 jobs. I was also a nightclub promoter.
Yeah, but how the hell did you even like have the energy to go out? Holy shit.
I was
Like-
I was like an Energizer bunny. I was 19, 20, 21 years old.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. I used to do some pretty nuts stuff.
You
Go
know,
out
like
and,
obviously I'm not like that now when I'm almost fucking 40.
No, man, I can't. Sometimes I'm getting tired at like, what time is it even now? Like I'm been tired, like.
Yeah, it's almost 10. I mean, like I'll play for like at least like an hour or so before I have to go to work.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Oh my god. Are you wait? You
It's
work? You're not working at night right now, or no?
I don't work nights no more. Like that was
No.
done away with as of September.
All right.
Excuse me.
Oh,
But
bless you.
they whatchamacallit, they I was doing commercial and residential. I'm licensed for both, but they put me into the commercial department because the production is, like, there's more money involved with it, and I got
Yeah.
a nice massive raise, and like I make close to 30 an hour, and
Oh, shit.
like I'm doing pretty good for myself, and I make overtime every fucking week. So, like I'm working in the summertime, I'm up to like 65, 70 hours almost a
Oh
week.
my god.
But now that everything is slowing down, like for like the winter time and all that other stuff, I'm doing about 50, 55. So like I'm still making overtime.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's nice.
And
Fuck.
I'm 6 days a week, so like yeah, I'm tired, but at the same time, my bank account loves it.
Yeah, yeah, and eventually, if you ever decided to start a family, if that was the route that you went down, at least you have
No,
like
I don't think
security
so.
in it.
Nope, I've already tried with a couple of these broads. They want what they want only, and they don't give a fuck about my needs or my wants. So it's just like, nah, you can't see some shit one-sided. I've been getting into fights with broads like this over the same shit over and over again. They only see things one-sided, and they have that narcissistic, selfish mindset where mommy and daddy have to always just manipulate them or provide for them. Like they're so used to that and so acclimated to that, they're gonna expect you to bend over backwards for them, make
Oh
sacrifices
god.
for them, and
Where
they
the
won't
fuck are
do
you
the
looking
same
for
thing
girls,
for you.
bro? Like.
No,
For
but
real,
I was
man.
just like, bitch. No, like, but seriously, whenever I got into a fight, I'm like, bitch, who fucking raised you? I was like, your parents must have done real shitty, and everything like that. It's just like you're 30-something years old and you have this mentality. No wonder why you can't get a man to save your life. Fuck out of here.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you could have been like Greg and Christine, where at one point or another, Christine was fucking punching Greg in the face. Like that was some shit. Like you could deal with situations
I know.
like that
Like,
too.
listen, I've been through crazy shit with them, and I never fought with either of them after this entire time. So it's just like I believe other people's experiences because I'm not like I've been around them for a long time, and whoever has an issue with them, I'm not gonna just be like, oh, just because I'm friends with them, I'm gonna only side with them. Like, no, obviously your story, is the truth.
Oh
and whatever
yeah.
you
I never
experience-
expect anybody to be to do that at all. Like that's not even what I
Yeah,
was
like
saying.
I've
But
always
Christy
been cool
was
with you
bad
and,
to him.
your girl and everything like that. So it's just like we vibed pretty well. Like when I met you guys at a few of their gatherings and everything like that. Like we all clicked, and it was a lot of fun. And too bad you guys moved. And like I'm not gonna lie, I was
Yeah.
pretty upset. But You know, like, but obviously I got over it because you know what? Nobody could really make it out here really that much anymore. It's just my whole family's gone from here. Like my parents and
Well,
my
no
brother
matter
and my
what we
sister-in-law,
do,
they all
if we
live in
have,
Delaware.
if we have like we have an extra bedroom down here, and if we actually get a home, of course we'll have an extra bedroom. And it's not like you don't have a place where you could, if you want to see like the South, you have a place to stay, so it's options for you, so.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
so
just miss like quite
everybody.
a few people that
Yeah.
just
It was good when everybody
kind of
was
like
good.
moved away from me in my life.
Dude, it happened to so many people. Like I know, and it's like you miss those good times where everybody gets together and they. My friend Justin, I don't know if you remember him at all, the Spanish kid that I used to hang out with all the time. But he says it all the time. Is he misses everybody. He's like, I can't find anybody to really hang out with anymore. He's like, hey, I don't drive, and B, it's like everybody's doing their own thing now, so it's like it's hard for him. And I'm like, that's just what happens when you get older, bro. People kind of not necessarily move on, but they're with their like significant others or their jobs or their families and doing whatever else they could do to survive.
Yeah,
So-
I don't blame anybody for anything really, because the older I get, more understanding I become. Because
Yeah.
not everybody is gonna live the same lifestyle as you. Not everybody's gonna have that typical 9-to-5 job and have all the time in the world to just bullshit and fuck around. Like, no, like some people have significant others, children, bills to pay. You know what I mean? Like people
Oh,
just
yeah.
live a different life. Everybody has the same, schedule. Everybody is, all over the place. And that's fine. It's part of life. It's only gonna get worse as we get older.
Yeah, my neighbor's, what is she, like 67 or something? And she works at a
Jesus.
Chick-fil-A, but she went to school for like culinary and got a degree at Le Cordon Bleu, but she didn't want to like really do anything in food, but she ended up at currently at Chick-fil-A, and she's like was one of the managers, but she didn't want salary because hourly was making her more money. And like speaking of like, everybody's different. It's the prime example that I use for everybody. This poor woman sometimes will be getting up at like 4 or 5 in the morning to drive down to Charleston to get there at 6 to come home at like maybe 3, 4 in the afternoon, or she'll switch her shift from like 10 to like almost 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, and then come home. And she's like, and then we're trying to get her to like, do you want to hang out a little bit? Do you want to have a drink? Do you want to have dinner or something? And the woman's so tired, as soon as she walks in her damn door, she's fucking passing out before she could even sit down, So it's
Yeah,
like,
that's bad.
well, she also had surgery too. She has her adrenaline gland removed and her thyroid removed because they had some cancerous stuff to deal with and things were going wrong. And it's like, that's what it is though, is as you get older, you have things happen to your body and you run around and you do what your normal activities are. And then it's like, it's like the best way I could say it is, and my parents always said it is, when you there's only going to be a few really close people that you could really rely on that are friends of yours in your life. Maybe it might be some good family, but a couple close friends. And I know some good people, but it's like, do I know if I were to call somebody up, even if I'm here in South Carolina, and be like, hey buddy, I need something, I need some help? I don't know how many people I could really 100% rely on, but I know there's a few of them,
Yeah, I mean, like, that's a good thing, but at the same time, like, it's almost kind of like an every man for himself type of world at this point, because, everybody's got their own issues. It's like nobody lives a perfect life. Everybody's
No.
been through something. Everybody's had their issues. Everybody struggles with something. Everybody has some type of mental illness now
Yep.
these days. Like, almost everybody that I know has either depression, anxiety, or any of this other crazy shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, is there something in the water or something? Like, I'm getting scared here. Because,
Nah, it's just life. It's more
when I
common
had
as you
my
get
first
older.
anxiety attack, I felt like I was retarded. I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is going on?
Oh,
I was
yeah.
getting scared and I was getting a little depressed. I'm not
Well,
going to front.
did you ever
but-
have you ever smoke weed and have a panic attack from weed? I don't know if you ever experienced
No,
that.
the reason why I had an anxiety attack is because I tried quitting smoking cold turkey,
Oh.
and that was the worst decision I've ever done in my life, because I smoked for 22 years and still can't quit to this day. And like I'm weaning myself on lighter cigarettes instead of those Newport hundreds with the fiberglass. Because the reason why I wanted to quit in the first place is because when I was coughing a lot, I was starting to cough up droplets of blood, and that's not good. So like I got a little scared, but I was starting to wean myself off of the Newports and like go to the Camel Crush Menthol, and which is a lot lighter on my throat, and I cough a hell of a lot less. So I'm smoking those now. But when I quit cold turkey for like a week, I had an anxiety attack in the middle of the night, and I had to drive myself to St. Catherine's Hospital.
Oh God, that's insane. Like I've had that. I've had that from smoking weed sometimes, and.
Yeah, but you get like the shakes, you know what I mean? Like you feel your hands throbbing, you feel your heart racing, you can't sit still, you're sweating, and you feel like you're on like some sort of like ecstasy or some shit. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, I've been on some stupid shit before, and I think some of it's fucked up my my head and my body, and I'm in the process of now going trying to get an MRI, but I didn't know I had claustrophobia until they tried to put me in an MRI thing. And they've tried multiple times to do it, and now they're telling me I got to get knocked out because I've been getting like weird like body tingles and out of it. And now
they got to put you on anesthetics.
Yeah, anesthetics to do it because we have no stand-up one here. They only have the lie-down ones, and I'm not the only one. I had a couple of
no. That's
have
like
you ever gone in them?
A coffin where you can't breathe.
Yeah, have you ever tried to do it before?
No, I just know, but like I just remember.
Well, they also put a cage on top of your head too.
Well, like the cancer coffins at the tanning booths.
Yeah, yep.
I used to go to those when I was a teenager because, like being tan was, the thing back then, obviously.
Yeah.
And, like I already had that kind of shit, but I just wanted to be Zorka because I wanted to get more broads and I thought they would like me better that way, which they did, and I was successful with it. But, obviously I didn't realize how bad it was for you, and then I just stopped, obviously. But I was even scared to go in those things because they're so enclosed, and you're in like a coffin full of bright lights.
Oh,
and it gets hot in there. So like I was just like, holy shit!
Well,
like,
in an MRI, what's different than what you were experiencing is, first off, you cannot move absolutely nothing, right? So they put a cage on your head to keep your head from moving,
out of here.
And then they shove you in, and when they shove you in, they starts a loud sound that sounds like a, and it starts to shake a little bit, and like you're just sitting there going, holy shit! And it's so close to your face. It's literally like if you took the palm of your hand and almost touched your nose, like literally almost touched your nose, but had your a hand there, and you're staring at things going, I just want to move, I just want to get out. And they won't let you out. And then there's a panic button, and I panicked twice. I went into like an open one too, and the open one is like a round circle where they still get you under, and almost looks like two circular like tops, like a cookie, like sandwich cookies, and it looks like they're gonna sandwich you in and put the thing in there, but like the regular MRIs were only like supposed to be like 10 minutes long. When they were like, well, you could try the open one were like, well, if you're going to do this one, they were putting me in it, and I didn't realize what the open one meant. So I went there perceiving something differently, went in, they're like, yep, it's going to take you about an hour to be in here. As soon as they put the cage in my head, I instantly started tearing up, panicking, and fucking, I was actually, 36-year-old man starting to fucking cry, bro. I was like, I can't deal with this shit. I said, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Because you're claustrophobic.
Yo,
it's not your fault.
My neighbor told me he broke one of the machines. He's from New York, and he's like a bigger dude. He was the guy I was telling you about. He's like a little bit bigger, and he's older. He's in his like 60s. He told me they went in one. He broad-shouldered it open, cracked the machine, and they had to drag him out.
But listen, it has nothing to do with being a man, woman, transgender, whatever you call those things now these days.
Normal. It's not normal for somebody to be in that position.
But it doesn't matter. You could be the most fearless person or whatever, but it doesn't make you any less when you're claustrophobic. It's just a natural
I never knew I was.
Yeah, I didn't know I was either. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not extremely claustrophobic. Like, I have no problem being in an elevator, but when it gets too hot and when there's too many people in there, I'm like, nah, I can't. I just can't. I'll just wait till the next round comes up or whatever, because I'm not getting in there. I can't have too many people taking up my space like that. It's just, I would go crazy.
Oh yeah, so they're eventually going to do that on me, and once they get that done, they can figure out a little bit more. But hopefully they don't. I mean, I'm hoping it comes out better than what I think. But they still got to come up with some answers for some shit that goes on with my body, as it gets all tingly and shit and all out of it. And then I don't know if I've been sleeping right, so I got to go for a sleep study because I've been waking up almost like so tired where it's like my vision's been going a little bit off. So I don't know if I need glasses or if I'm, something else is going on because I'm not sleeping right. So there's a bunch of things I got to talk to the doctor about and get some more things checked out. So it's like, that's just age. It just, there's things that happen. I hope it's not from doing something when I was like younger and doing stupid, like some stupid drug or, too much drinking or something else.
Trust me, we're the same age practically. And let me tell you, I was far from any saint whatsoever. I've experimented with so much shit. I'm surprised I even have teeth and I'm still alive.
I did shit that was like drugs that just had like numbers on it, and they were like, "This is like an experimental thing. Do you want to try it? It's similar to stuff,
not
whatever."
so much of a pill popper. I was more of like a paraphernalia user.
Oh well, yeah, it was like snorting.
I'm not gonna get into it because that was the past. But
we've all done it, we've all done our fair share. And then, I was hanging out with...
I'm going on, what is it? We're in 2023 now. Later this year, it'll be almost 4 years.
Well, congrats,
of being clean.
Yeah, good
I just don't
man.
mention it a lot on social media because I have family on there, and I don't want them knowing that I used to do that shit.
There's no reason for that, man. I mean, like I said, I used to hang out with Greg, and we used to go out to the raves and shit, and, being with him and him being with me, and then kind of just like chilling, we kind of ended up doing stupid shit, So, and Christine didn't help at all either.
I used to do some sniff hooray with him and Christine Caramels.
Yeah, they used to get stuff, but it was. I mean,
now I see it now. She changed her last name, Brianna Benhes.
Yeah, she.
So no longer Corticione.
No. No, it happened.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for you guys.
No, I'm thank you, man. It was an easy decision. It was definitely an easy decision, but it was a long process of us dealing with a lot of stuff. And she has her seizure disorder.
Well, it was something that was definitely overdue.
Well, she had some she had to change some medicines and stuff and certain things, and we had to deal with life difficulties and moving to different states and a lot of stress. And finally, when we came down here and she got on a better medicine and life was getting a little bit easier and we were meeting more people and being away from the cold, and there was really no one in Minnesota for us. The family we had eventually moved to Georgia for a job offer. We said, all right, we're gonna link up and we're gonna do this and we're gonna get we're gonna get hitched, So I'm very happy because it's something I always wanted in life, was to meet somebody and do something like that, and it puts me in a better place because she, will allow me to do things, but it stops me from doing more of stupid things. You know what I mean? Because I always have somebody else to care about.
There's nothing wrong with partying, but at the same time, do it rationally, because obviously, while we're still kind of sort of relatively young and we're able to do these things now, there's nothing wrong with entertaining yourself or going out and just getting a fucking goddamn change of scenery. But as long as it's not an excessive habit where you're going to make it to the point where you're digging into your savings or, taking it out of your rent money or whatever, then that's going to be a problem. That's what my problem was back in the day. I was buying fucking bottle service with my rent money. And obviously those days are over now. Otherwise I'd be living in a cardboard box.
Oh yeah. Well, you think it's like I was, if I was doing stupid shit like that too. It's like you think that, all right, I'm going to get a ton of bottles, right? I'm going to bring over all these people. We're going to hang out. We're going to have this blast. We're going to have this memory. And then it's like, well, who am I going to meet doing this? Maybe I'll meet this chick looking like I have all this stuff, doing something, making the scene, making it a good time. And you make a lot of good friends. You do. You make a lot of good friends. But really, in the end all be all, you still realize you're going to bed. either, well, you may not go to bed exactly alone if you're with a chick, but I'm saying is for the most point, you end up really saying that I'm still single alone in that bed doing things. And when you finally like take a step back and like, that's what I had to do. I took a step back, kind of started to fix myself a little bit. And when I met Brianna, it was really like, all right, she is not the person to be like that, but she's into almost everything else I'm into, except she can't go to the raves or the clubs because she has a seizure disorder. So she's not going to be doing that type of thing, but we can go see bands maybe or go do something else. And it finally like it clicked on me, especially when I moved to Minnesota, where I was like, all right, we're away from everything. I needed to push myself away from the situation to bring myself to a new place, to start anew. Because as soon as all those people were away from me, not that they were bad people, but it got me to be away from the things that were triggering me, you know?
Right.
So,
and it's just gonna fuck with you in the long run if it's gonna just worsen throughout it. So that's why
yeah.
I'm glad that I stopped, in time before it got worse and before I went retarded.
That's why I used to say to you, and like, don't take this in the wrong way at all, but I used to say to you, and I don't remember when Greg was having his drinking problem, I was trying to like, I wasn't trying to like necessarily badmouth the dude, but I was trying to warn people that if you're going over there per se, right, and you're going over there not understanding that how bad his drinking problem was, that if you're going over there going, let's go have a drink, let's go do this, he's going to be more enticed to want to do it because you're doing it with him. And at one point or another, I don't know how bad you knew it was or if he spoke to you about it at all, but he was at the point where he was like literally almost pissing green and his liver was about to just give up and his family was trying to get him to the hospital. And he
was hospitalized at least twice, and I visited him in Southside Hospital in Bayshore. Like I've been down there before, where visited him multiple times when Christine told me, like incidents of what happened. Yes, I'm well aware of that, and unfortunately now, like he's good now. I'll let you know whenever I invite him over and stuff like that. His tolerance level is just absolutely complete opposite. Like, even the slightest bit of alcohol or the slightest bit of anything, and if he eats the wrong thing, he'll just get sick.
Yeah, I saw he posted up a few times. He had seizures too. He was waking up to them and shit. I know he said some crap.
Yeah, Christine has told me like a lot of this crazy shit that happened before, and he does have anxiety attacks at times. He had one at my place once a long time ago, and like, it's controlled now because of whatever medication he's on or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But like he's a lot better now than he was a few years ago, because a few years ago was definitely a little concerning. I mean, like I was no saint either. You know what I mean? It's just like I had 2 uncles that I've lost in my family from cirrhosis of the liver, which is from excessive drinking.
Oh, my stepmom died of alcohol abuse, so I know.
Like, like it's no joke, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, like it runs in my family. Drinking runs in my family. Unfortunately, I inherited a little bit of that, and like I'm drinking now, but I'm just, I'm drinking wine, because it helps me sleep.
Well, not today. I had wine yesterday, but that's not bad. Yeah. Well, as you get older, it's a little bit different for me because I could have a few drinks at night, like a beer or 2, and then it's like I don't feel the need to want to have a lot more beer. I'll just have those 2, so it's fine. But like, it depends what setting I'm in. If I'm out like at the bars, I may want to drink a little bit more. But eventually, I know I got to drive, so it's like. But like in Greg's case, it was bad for him because Christine was like doing her own shit. So like she'd be like smoking the weed or doing something else. And then Greg would be like...
Well, Christine wasn't really as bad with anything. She was never so much of a drinker at all. She
did other stuff, whatever to get up her nose. Yeah. But...
Yeah, because I did it with her. I know.
Well, it was like... Because there was points when I was there, and Greg was like... she would have fights with them because... Well, I didn't know how bad... 100% how bad... Greg's drinking was until he came with me, but it was also Christine was telling her parents that she needed money for shit and that Greg would pay her back, and she was going out and buying all this shit that Greg didn't even want, and they would come to him asking him for money, and he wouldn't even know because Christine was doing it without even telling him, because I caught her a few times and had to tell Greg. I was like, that was some shit that like he was dealing with. So like when he saw her doing shit, he always used to say to her, well, you smoke weed, I should be able to drink. He's like, I don't smoke weed, so why are you bothering me with this? But like, her weed was not necessarily as bad as the attitude he became when he was drinking, because he wouldn't even get up. Like there was points where he was sleeping through parties, you know?
I know, and like I was getting frustrated with that because it's just like I'm coming to hang out with you. I'm trying to chill with you. It's just like when you get like that on an excessive basis, it's just not fun anymore.
No,
and it gets annoying. And I told him that in a nice way, and you know, it clicked in his head a few times. And like I did have a one-on-one conversation a few times with Christine, and I was just like, listen, like I'm not trying to be a fucking dick by all means, and I know you know that I've been Greg's friend since 2007. So it's just like I knew that, you know, like there was never really so much of a problem. Probably once when he started hitting early to mid-20s, like most of us did.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, but when you, like, pass out all the time like that, and when you're just acting all, like, you know, fugazi or whatever, and shit like that, it's just, like, I don't want to, you know, sometimes it's funny, but at the same time, it's just, like,
in Minnesota,
you know, like,
Minnesota, I don't know how much you know,
it's getting
like,
old.
or remember what I told you, but, like, in Minnesota, like, he had put a bottle of alcohol in the car, right? And he said he wasn't going to drink, so he didn't drink. So I didn't know how bad he needed to drink because he was an alcoholic. When we got to my sister-in-law's house over there, the first thing he fucking did before he even tried to get in the house was take this like mini bottle of, not mini, but like the small bottles of alcohol, whatever, and he started chugging it before he even got into the house. And I was like, bro, what are you doing? Like, we literally just parked. He's like, I need this. And I'm like, no, you don't. You lasted for like almost a full fucking day without it. And he was like sweating. And I was like, bro, like, stop. And then he gets in the house right when we get there, and he's asking if he could drink some of their drinks inside the fridge. And it's like, bro, you didn't even really get to meet them, and you're asking them about their alcohol? Like, for fucking God's sakes. And then, like, we were back in at my apartment there, and he kept like walking out of the apartment, going to random places, hitchhiking, getting Black and Milds for like free. I don't know how he was doing it. Coming back and throwing rocks at my window because he was like there at like 3 a.m. when I was sleeping, and I didn't even know he left. And he was like trying to get back in, and I was like, bro, what are you doing? And he was like, I just hitchhiked. Or calling me going, I'm at the train station. I don't know how I got here. Some guy just drove me here, but I need a ride home. And I'm like, nah, you better find a ride back, because that's like 20, 30 minutes away, and it's 2, 3 a.m. and I'm sleeping, and I'm not doing that shit for you. So like he came back.
And this nigga was doing this in Minnesota?
Yeah, he was doing this in Minnesota. And like we went to my like my sister-in-law's house again, and it was because it was my niece's birthday. And we get over there, and we thought we were going to eat over there because it was a big miscommunication. So like he was already eating on some food, some shitty food from like a dollar store hamburger or something. But he gets in there and he starts like huffing and puffing, falling asleep on the couch. Like he made a scene. So like we left that. That was like that was one of the parts. And I remember he's drinking like 36 racks in like literally almost like a couple hours. Those things would be gone. He's trying to buy bottles of alcohol, which I had to hide on him. At one point we went out to eat at it's called Clover's. It's like a burger place. He fucking was taking the burger in front of people and smashing it in his face, not even eating it, taking his palm to it, smashing it in his mouth, getting it all over himself, yelling that he needs more pickles and when the waitress came, I need more pickles, get me more pickles, cursing in front of kids, screaming, yelling. I was like, bro, you're making a scene, like, don't do this, you're embarrassing me. He's like, I just need my pickles, don't tell me what to do, I'm starving. I'm like, all right, bro, eat like a fucking human being. So like all these things culminated to us getting back into the apartment, and then at one point or another in the middle of the night, like I was like, yo, dude, I can't deal with this shit anymore. Like, you're fucking pissing me off. I hit his alcohol. He fucking was flipping out. I turned around and said, if you don't fucking stop, we're going to have a problem. I turned around, had to hold him. I fucking clobbered him across the fucking face. And I thought he was going to hit me back, but he was too drunk to fucking even try to pull some shit. I told him to grab his shit. He took a bag full of his stuff, like a little garbage bag full of his clothes. They dropped him off at the fucking airport. He later tells me that he was at the airport. He got free drinks at the bar, free pack of cigarettes or some shit. He got his stuff paid for from a random guy to get his luggage back on the plane because he had no money for that. And at some point or another, he was living in the shelters in Minneapolis because he needed to stay somewhere for a few days before he got his flight.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's when I said I was done. And then as soon as he came back home, he started having Sustad and this other girl he talks to all started like bombarding me on Facebook. And then I was literally having like random people that were friends of mine saying that like I was doing all this shit, that Greg's saying all this stuff, and they're like telling me like, we're just telling you this because he's saying stuff to you and we like you as a person, so I don't understand why he's doing this to us, but we don't really know what the truth is or not, but I'm just letting you know that he's saying a whole lot of stuff to us, and he's giving out your phone number, they're posting it everywhere, they're giving threatening comments, all this stuff. And I was like, I don't want this shit. So I cut them all off. I said, I'm not talking to you anymore, Greg. I said, I'm done. I said, you lost a friend. And how long
ago did this happen? It happened like three or 4 years ago, right?
Almost about 4 years ago. Yeah, just about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I was wondering, like, what happened between y'all two. And, like, you know, obviously I believe you with this story, because obviously I wasn't there, so I can't be, you know,
no, man, it was too bad. It was all little things that he was doing.
And obviously this is an A and B conversation. I ain't no rat. I exterminate them for a living.
No, yeah.
So I would be contradicting myself.
No, Greg knows. Greg knows what happened. He even tried to apologize to me, and I didn't even accept his apology. I was like, I'm done, because he started, like, talking to me, like saying shit to Brianna. The friends were making Brianna cry. I said, no, she comes first. I said, I'm not dealing with this shit.
You know what? Honestly, if that ever happened with me and my significant other, if that was me in your shoes, I personally would not want anything to do with either of them. Because why are you getting all your fucking minions involved now in something?
Well, it was the same minions. It was the same minions that used to talk shit about Christine. But Christine still thinks she's friendly with them.
I remember that. And that's why, honestly, I lost all respect for Sustad, because for you to talk to Christine Caramelis the way that you did when she's invited you to your home, cooked for you, and had you over when you had like nowhere else to go, got you somehow rides everywhere, like because the nigga doesn't, because he doesn't drive, and you know, like it's just like I've driven him home a few times.
Nah, he's Greg's bitch. He's Greg's bitch. So like when Greg was bad with her,
I don't know what it is, but I think he legit wants to like butt fuck Greg. It's just ridiculous.
I think so. Yeah,
and it was just, and it bothered me a little bit because it's just like you've only known him for like a few years, and it's like that's like your only friend, and like it's just like, are you even like talking to any broads? Do you get laid? Like, do you do anything? It's
and
just
Greg,
like,
and
what
the
the
problem
fuck?
is Greg would allow this to happen. That was the problem. Greg would allow his friend to talk shit about Christine, and like it was like different for Sustad because Sustad didn't see parts of Greg that I don't know if he did or didn't, but Greg used to like cry in front of me, telling me how horrible Christine was, and I didn't know Greg's drinking problem. So like for Christine, I saw her literally punch him in the face, try to rip my car apart. She's I saw multiple things like that, and then even Christine, I think I told you once, got with a girl that I was with for a while. She ended up fucking the girl because she admitted to it behind my back at a party we were at. I overheard her talking, and she admitted that she got with the girl and fucked up my whole relationship, even though me and Christine were like best buds. So like after a whole culmination of a bunch of shit, me talking shit about Christine was me talking shit about Christine. It wasn't like, all right, Christine, I'm going to try to be friends with you. And the only reason why I was trying to be nice to you and try to be a good person is because Greg was one of my best friends at the time, and I didn't want to disrespect you because I didn't want to disrespect my man.
Right, and I understand where you're coming from, and I just didn't like when those minions got involved and like attacked Christine on the internet and everything like that. Like, I saw the post, and then after that, I just lost all respect for that Sustad character. I don't even like reach out to him or say happy birthday anymore. Like when it comes around or anything, like I just don't look at him the same anymore.
I just don't understand why Greg wants him around after that. What the fuck?
Like you disgust me, and like it's just like, and the kid stinks. So it's just like, get the fuck out of here.
Brianna said the same thing sitting next to him one time in the car. She's like,
No,
"This thing's
because
fucking
I
bad."
drove him home like a few times. He smelled like dirty laundry mixed with BO. It was disgusting. And
Yeah.
it's just like, no one. I was like, you definitely ain't getting no pussy. Get the fuck out of here. Because bitches don't like stinky niggas. And
No.
it's just like, why the fuck would you just like let yourself go
No,
like that?
Greg
You
is the
don't
same
dri-
way.
you
When he
don't
was at the
drive.
house, Greg used to fucking use baby powder for deodorant because he didn't like regular deodorant, and he would smell fucking terrible because he didn't use anything to clean himself like that.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. There was another smelly kid that was the same. That was Greish or something like that. He lives in, I think, North Carolina now, but he used to live in Franklin Square, and he was friends with Greg Glass and everything like that. But every time that kid came around, he was another smelly one too. It fucking smelled like ass.
Yeah,
Like,
they all were the same
like,
way.
Like they all smell like dirty underwear that hasn't been changed in like 10 years. It's
Is
disgusting.
this why you buy so much cologne, because you don't want to end up like that?
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just because, like, no, it's because I'm a hygienic person, and
No, I know.
I like
I
to
just had to
smell
bust
good.
your
I
balls
like to
about
smell
that.
good all the time.
Yeah, you know.
No, but broads like that. Honestly, like they do. They want somebody
Well,
who's hygienic.
if you smell good, because some colognes don't smell that good, so you have to be careful not to pick the wrong
Trust
one.
me, that's why, and not to sound like I'm a bougie ass nigga, because I'm far from it, but that's why I only buy like designer colognes, because they all actually smell good, they last, and they're good quality.
Well, here's a
Not that
little
cheap
secret
ass-
for you. Go to Marshalls, or like Marshalls. Really, Marshalls is one of the best places to go to, and them and Big Lot, not Big Lots. Burlington
There's
Coat
not
Factory.
a lot of them around here though, by me though, so like I don't really have
Is
that
there
much access to it.
is there a Burlington Coat Factory?
That's all the way in like whatchamacallit? Where's the Burlington? I think that's like South Shore almost.
Oh God.
It's more out of the way than anything, because you know Kings Park. You know you got to think of it. Ooh, North Shore. It's a rich town. They don't have those They don't have those places anyway because it's not good quality. Like you know, it's bullshit. Because honestly, I would rather actually spend a hell of a lot less and
For the same
you know
shit,
get like
yeah.
30 and get similar quality, because I'm not about showing off and like making people think
All right,
that I'm rich.
So I'm gonna give
And
you.
it
I'm gonna give you
pisses
the
me off
best.
when
The
people
best
say that.
advice, right? Since I've learned it through growing and all that. It's not about, and I'm not saying this in the wrong way. Like don't take this in the wrong way when I say this. But like you were
I'm
saying,
not.
like you were saying like designer, and that's why I said it. But when it comes to like designer things, I don't necessarily per se look at designer things as, oh my God, designer things are what I wear my clothes and I pick what I wear, right? And I wear it well enough that people look at it and they go, shit, I really like what you wear because you wear it well, and it works well for you. So if you could wear whatever you want and you can make it work, people draw to you because you're you know?
Right, without putting in so much effort. You're not
Or
trying.
money,
You're
or even
basically
money.
just it's not even just that, but it's just you're being more yourself. You're not putting on this fake ass persona
Yeah.
where it looks like you're trying too hard, and then broads will look at you like you're a desperate clown ass nigga.
Oh yeah, the amount of people out here, they call
And
me
they
a fucking...
can tell. They can tell. They're not stupid. You know, like there were times where I looked back at myself. You know, like when I was younger and stuff like that. I'd be like, "Yo, I tried way too hard," and it showed.
Yeah, and the quality of the people
I mean-
you end up with are not the best.
Right. I mean, like I've had my fair share and mixtures of, you know, good quality versus trash. And
Yep.
obviously it took a little bit of time to, you know, realize that as I got older, unfortunately, because, you know, you guys were way more independent than I was, like when you started making your moves and stuff like that. So, you know, like I was what you might call a late bloomer. And when I was, you know, dating broads, trying to get serious and everything like that, you know, like I was thinking of, you know, eventually getting, you know, like a place of my own together, you know, with them so that we can, you know, eventually maybe get married or have children. That was my goal at the time.
Yeah.
And when it wasn't working on a consecutive basis, and I was just starting to really get frustrated with it, because it's just like, I don't really believe, the only thing that I believe that I was doing wrong is that I do like to go out and I do like to, you know, explore and do a lot of things. Meanwhile, most broads that are older in their 30s are usually homebodies. And, you know, like that just doesn't really always mix with me. So when we butt heads about things, when I want to include them in other activities, they just show zero interest. And I kind of get a little bored with them because it's just like when we disagree on like the littlest things, imagine what's going to happen when we have children. Imagine what's going to happen when we get a place of our own. Imagine what's going to like, you know, like, and I've experienced it before. I've lived with, this is the second broad that I've lived with. And I was just like, I can't take this anymore. It's just like, I'm tired of having fucking clothes that I'm tripping over on the floor in my own bedroom. Like, what the fuck? It's just like, you're a woman. You're supposed to be organized. You're supposed to be clean. Not me, I'm the other way around. I'm the complete opposite. So now I look like the bitch in the relationship. So that's why I would get pissed at things like that.
Well,
and then I just can't take it anymore to the point where I just kick them out.
There's eventually going to be somebody who works for you. Like with me and Brianna, see, like I said, she doesn't go out as much as I do, but she doesn't tell me I can't go out or hold me back from going out. But when we do go out, we found similar things. Like we're into wrestling, so we watch a lot of wrestling stuff. So when we do our wrestling stuff, we can go to events for that. She likes bands, so we go see a lot of bands. You know, if I want to go to a DJ thing, she'll say, go to your DJ thing. She even let me go to a camping festival with a bunch of my friends. She said, go. I don't mind if you go. I'm going to miss you, but I want you to have a good time. I always invite her and make sure she's always able to go if she wants to go.
See, that's a good thing, though. That's a good girl. That's somebody who you should marry because, you know, like, you don't want to feel suffocated in a relationship, and you also don't want to feel controlled. So, unfortunately, I never found that. And, you know, I can find anybody I want. You know, like, I look pretty damn good.
Well, you're going to have to go through a lot of
so
shit because we went through a lot of, in the beginning of the relationship, it was so terrible. People look at me and go, why would you stay with, she even tells me, she goes, why would you stay with me? Why would you stay with me? Why would you stay with me? And because I'm the kind of person who sees more that's there than, you know, the bad situation. And like I said,
well, because you had good, genuine feelings for her, regardless of whatever episode
she was on bad
having.
medicine for her seizures that made her bipolar and really bad. And she didn't even realize how bad it was. Like it was terrible. It was to the point where like I thought I was gonna get like seriously injured, and like there was really bad brawls, and like she was getting like almost like blacking out, like getting that bad, nasty. And it was like, and then both of us at the same point were gaining a lot of weight, especially in Minnesota. And I thought it was going to be over. Like it literally was like so close. And then when she came down here to South Carolina, she was still on medicine, and it was like really fucking her up. And then all of a sudden, one doctor went, "What did the doctor do in Minnesota and the doctor do in New York?" And they went, "Well, they were giving me all this and this." And he goes, "You should never be on this stuff. Do you see it? You're gaining weight. Do you see how you're acting?" Like, no. He put her on some brand new medication. It did like a whole 180 on her, and she completely came down, went really nice. And I saw like the girl that I really wanted to be with, like right in front of me after she started to change. And yeah, we have a few fights here and there, and some of them are bad, but that happens from time to time. But it's not as frequent at all ever as it used to be. Like it was almost like every other day. So now it's like maybe once every couple months or every other month if we do have an argument about something and it's not that bad, you know. So
well, it's just a regular typical couple. Everybody is bound to fight or or run into any sort of discrepancy or disagreement or whatever the case may be. That's normal. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship. You're gonna butt heads. That's normal. Just expect it. But if it happens too often, then it turns into a problem, and that's what happened with me. And you know, like that's why I'm kind of basically giving up on it, and I'm just gonna let it come to me instead.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't chase hoes, I chase paper, and that's why my bank account shows it. So,
yeah, no,
you know, there's a lot
good.
of people, and I'm not going to try to like brag about it or be rude or disrespectful, but people wish they had my life because a lot of my friends are miserable with their significant others and wish that they were single and wish that they had money and wish that they were stable. Such as myself.
But it'd be so much better off if what they had was a great relationship with all the money. You know?
Right, because you know what it is? You know what it is? You know what people are doing, and you and Brianna are obviously exempt from it. I'm basically saying that everybody basically forces their relationship. Everybody forces it. They don't allow genuine feelings to develop. They feel that just because everybody else is doing it, they feel like their biological clock is on some sort of limit. So get married, have children right away, and do all these things and move and get a place in together, and then life is just miserable for them. Miserable.
Yeah, ours
I get
was not
phone calls
necessarily.
and private DMs to me sent all the time. People bitching to me about how fucking shitty their life is. How do you do it by yourself? Blah blah blah, this and that. And I'm like, because I'm fucking smart.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you this much is we first had to, not necessarily, we didn't get forced into a relationship, but life had its own circumstances. And when her, I don't know if I ever told you the story, but long story short, there was problems with her parents. I'm not really going to get into it. And at one point or another, they were telling me to do things that was not pretty good. And I made some stupid thing on Facebook. Long story short, she got kicked out of her house. And she was so upset. My dad said, let's take her. He allowed her to come in after me asking, allowed her to come in. There was a bunch more bullshit that went on. And anyways, through those circumstances of life, when life had bad circumstances, it forced hands on us to try to work through emotions and problems in life to push the relationship to, it was already working, but to work even harder than it had to. And it went into an overdrive. And at a certain point, my dad was like, you guys can't stay here forever. So we had to eventually figure out what we could do. And her brother that was living in Minnesota at the time said, why don't you try to come out here, do a couple visits, and I'll help you move out here if it's the case. We saw it, we liked it, we said okay, we did a couple visits, then we decided we have not too many options, let's just go for it, and we went for it, and I had some money. I had a bunch of money that I was able to use, so I said let's use this money to move, and we did. And all that
Good
stuff there. Yeah, it was like more life circumstances mixed with definitely love, but it's like sometimes you got to realize that if I always say to her is, if you have my back enough to be able to move to a different state to me, not only once but twice, that's trust and understanding that we got to make it, especially in Minnesota where we made it by ourselves. We said it was only the two of us really. Your family ended up leaving. We had no friends. We had minimal friends that we made there, but they weren't enough to like really be there for us. So we had to do it on our own, and eventually said, Minnesota's not for us. We're doing it on our own. Let's go by the family in South Carolina where it'll be warmer, a lot happier, and it's working better, and our relationship is great. And of course, like you've seen, we got married and did all that. So in eventually, or it may take some time, you may find somebody, but you got to make sure you may have to work through.
It's not a priority, though.
No,
it's
I
not
didn't think it was. Yeah.
No, trust me. If I wanted to wipe somebody up, it's just one phone call away. I'm not trying to sound to be conceited.
No,
but it's
no,
the
no.
truth.
That's no.
And
Hey,
everybody-
no.
And everyone knows it. It's
Well,
obvious.
you know, like
but
Reagan's
at the same time, go ahead.
continue. No, say what you were going to say. I was gonna put a point. I'll let you.
I'm
finish.
saying at the same time, again, I'm not saying that I'm, God's gift on this earth. I'm far from it. I'm well aware of it. I'm the same human being as everybody else.
Yeah.
We all bleed red, piss yellow, and shit brown. We're all the same. But what I'm trying to get at is that I am completely, well put together at this point after all the ups and downs that I've experienced in life, and after all the bullshit that I've encountered. I'm just fed up and done with it because I don't want any more repetitious nonsense happening to distract what I'm trying to do to better myself as a person. So
Yeah.
what my mechanism and my theory is just let whatever these starving, hungry broads want to do come to me, instead of me just, hitting up whoever and all this other stuff. And I really don't have to try hard. I really don't. All I have to do is just make some stupid fucking profile on some dopey dating app, and then I'll get DMs.
Well, that's how I met
fucking easy.
Brianna. You know that, right? I met her on a Adobe dating website, so it works.
Yeah, I know. I've met quite a few broads that I got pretty serious with on Plenty of Fish and what was the other
OkCupid?
one? Okay. No, well, that's Okay Stupid.
Well, that's the one that worked for me.
Yeah, I mean, like, Okay Stupid to me, like, there was just too many, like, fat, ugly, You know, just
Oh,
I
yeah.
call them scraps. I call them scraps, and the reason why I call those people
Grenades?
scraps is because nobody wants them. Nobody wants them, so that's why they're just scraps that are just left in on the side of the dumpster that nobody wants. So, I know it sounds terrible, but like, if I'm not attracted to you, I'm not going to bother with you. That's just what it is. I have pretty high standards because I take care of myself, and if I date somebody fatter and uglier than me, then I'm just degrading my character. And it's basically making me look like the bitch in the relationship.
Not necessarily. Not if you really love the person.
It
You know?
doesn't matter if physical appearance is pretty important to me. I'm not gonna lie. So if
Well, no, but if you're not
just,
attracted to him, I understand. What I'm saying, no, is
yeah,
sometimes you
'cause
find
if I'm not
yourself attracted to
you, I'm
people
not
that,
attracted to you.
yeah,
That's just how I feel. You can't tell me how I feel is wrong. So it's just,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like nobody know, like you don't know what my stand. I'm not saying you, but people in general, they call
Yeah.
me an asshole because they say that I have too much high standards. You're expecting a supermodel. No, I don't expect a supermodel, but I do expect an attractive broad. I'm not gonna fucking just
well, somebody who takes
force
care of
myself
themselves.
to be in a
yeah.
relationship for someone who's ugly. Like I just won't do it. I'm sorry, I can't. That's just not who I am.
You know, there's nothing. I ain't hating on that. You know, it's you know, like, it's like fucking with like Greg and Christine. What I was gonna say is Christine hunted down Greg, and she used to stalk the motherfucker. She's told me multiple times, and I think she admitted to him finally that she used to follow him around in the clubs and like almost like touch him when he wasn't looking, and like he wouldn't even know that she was around, and she just followed him through the club, like looking at him, staring at him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was really, yeah. She used to tell me all this shit. And then she was like, all I want to do is just eat him up so he could just stay in my belly forever so he could be a part of me. And I was like, Christine, that's fucking nuts. And she's like, I love him. I'm like, do you even know him that well? She goes, he's hot. He's really hot. I'm going to make him mine forever. I'm like, all right, Christine. Like, whatever.
I mean, sure, have fun with that. But listen, like, I don't like when people, you know, body shame and pick on her looks, because that's what Greg's friends were doing. And I just really didn't like that, because when I got to know Christine and everything like that, she is a really good, kind-hearted person. I met her mom, and, you know, like, she's a very good person. Like, she is good people, and she's genuine, and she does have a good heart. It doesn't matter if she's not, like, you know, the best looking person in the world. It doesn't matter. But like you said, personality and what's on the inside also counts, and I agree with that. My standards from my personal preferences are a little different. Like, you gotta have both. You gotta have looks and personality. Otherwise, I just wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. Well, fucking. And then I'll tell you another weird situation that happened to me. And I know you're not gonna start telling a lot of people anyways, because I know you. But fucking, so this goes into, like, you know, that whole life thing. So I was talking to I was doing my my DNA, right, for like Ancestry and 23andMe.
Yeah,
I did
like
both sites.
23andMe, Ancestry.
Yeah. All right, so
yeah.
I did this shit, right? So get this story. This is to show you a little bit about my personality. But I was doing it.
You're
and then
black
all
and
of a sudden-
Spanish.
No. So no, this is gonna even be weirder than that. All right, so I saw this guy and he came up as my half brother, and I go, why do I have a half brother? So I started talking to him, and I go, what the hell is going on? And I started like questioning things. So I asked my grandfather. My grandfather's like, oh, if I were to tell you things, shit would hit the fan, but don't worry about it. Your dad's your dad. And I said, all right, like, I'm not worried about it. I know my dad's my dad. And I started to like ask my dad, and my dad didn't really say anything. He just kind of brushed it off as, I have no idea. I can't tell you anything.
my
I have no
God.
idea what happened. So I said, all right, this is very odd to me. So that was on Ancestry. So I'm doing 23andMe, and another dude comes up, and I go, I'm talking to both of them, and they're both telling me the story about how their dads used like DNA in Stony Brook University, and their parents worked as like I guess in the science lab, and they used the doctor over there to, you know, so they could have me because their parents couldn't have kids like that. So I'm going to my dad on like last Easter, and I go, Dad, we have to have a conversation, and I need to talk to you because I found another half brother, and people are saying he looks exactly like me, and he had like a longer beard, longer hair, but he was looking similar to me, and he's going, my stepmom, my new stepmom is going, I don't believe in this shit. This shit's not true. Blah 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 blah. Right. So the following day, I get a phone call from my dad before he leaves to go back to New York because he was visiting down here. He says, come back over to your stepsister's house. I just want to say goodbye before we leave, you know. I just wanted to see you again. I said, all right, cool, I'll come down. That sounds like a plan. I'll come over a little bit later, just before you leave. And I came over, and he's like, I'm like, to my stepmom, where's my dad? He goes, he'll be here in a second. I think he's got something to tell you or something. I have no idea what's going on. So my dad comes over there, and he goes, I got something to tell you. And I go, all right, Dad, what do you got? So he sits me down, and he goes, so, I'm not really your dad. And I go, what? He goes, your mom's your mom, but I'm not really your dad. He's like, I couldn't produce, so we had to artificially inseminate so that your mom could have a kid, and nobody knows. He goes, for 36 years of your life plus, he says, I haven't told a single soul. I said, what?
So wait a minute. So they hired a surrogate? No, that's somebody having the baby for you. The sperm donor.
A sperm donor at the Stony Brook University. They use one of their doctors in their doctorate program. But the problem with that type of stuff is there's a video on YouTube called, not YouTube, on Netflix called Our Father, which is about a guy who's in the Midwest somewhere that he used his sperm unknowingly in several different women, like hundreds of women, and people over there were having sex with their sisters. And they said there's over 40 doctors within the United States that did the same shit. So they didn't.
Where did this take place?
This took place at Stony Brook University, my situation, but the thing that was on Netflix took place in the Midwest. But they said there's other like 40 plus doctors all over the country that did similar things using their stuff without knowing. So my dad said, I know what what was supposed to happen. I don't know 100% anything else. He said, but we knew that we were using the doctor, but I don't know if the doctor if the doctor was like one of those doctors that did something and did it to other people. So I can't say for sure, but the problem is when you look at my my ancestry and my 23andMe, the way it links up, I have almost 2,000 plus relatives that come up on there. They're like fourth, fifth, sixth cousins, but they're like first and third, and I only have two stepbrothers two half brothers, that came up, and nothing else that's actually immediate like that. And it's so strange to me because I'm hoping to God that, like, you know, I haven't slept with like a relative or something and not even known it.
Ugh.
Like, I don't even know what the situation be, or for all I know, you could probably be my a relative of mine, and I don't even know, because you know what? I found out that I'm Italian. I'm from like southern Italy, and that I'm Greek and Sicilian.
Yeah, I was just about to say, if you were from southern Italy, you must be Sicilian, because that's what I am.
Yeah, it came up as Sicilian. Then I have German in me from my mom's side, which actually was German, and I have like almost like Swedish in me a little bit and stuff like that.
So you're a Guinean, Mulaka, and a Nazi.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically. Yeah, I'm an Italian bratwurst.
I'm pretty similar, like, whatchamacallit, because when I took my ancestry test, I got a majority of exactly what I expected. However, there's a small percentage that I did not expect. I got 11% sub-Saharan African.
What? Well, I got Egyptian, like this, co-Egyptian, which were the deities of the Egyptian that they held as gods.
Well, you know Egypt is in Africa, so you are black.
Well, yeah, Egypt is
But you know where that comes from, right? The Sicilian part, because Sicily is right above Africa.
Well, they started over in Turkey, migrated to Greece, and all the Turkish.
Yeah, but we're not dirty Turks. Those people are just terrorists, and they behead each other. I don't. No, Greeks and Turks don't like each other, and it's a known fact. And nobody likes Turks. They're disgusting people.
I've met a couple good ones, but you know, that's here and far between.
Nope, they're all ISIS. I hate them. That's the one race that I wish that was erased from this earth.
Well, I don't say much more than that.
I really do hate them, the Dirty Turks.
Well,
Oh,
it is what it is.
God.
I met a couple good guys. One guy got my phone plan really cheap and got me Amazon Prime
I know.
for free.
I'm just kidding.
So-
I'm really not a racist.
No, I know how you are. I
would.
wouldn't say anything much if I didn't know how you are. That's why I was just. I
No,
was
it's
just
like me
it.
saying I hate fucking Italians, and I'm one myself. But it's just like
I
the
do
thing
hate
is,
it, but
like,
Italians are annoying as shit. What are you talking about?
I know they are. They're loud.
Yeah.
They're obnoxious, and they curse
Yeah.
and they swear too much.
Yeah.
But whatever, it is what it is. But I got Sicilian. I got what was it? I got Puerto Rican. I got Panamanian, which is Central American Spanish. Then I also got Spanish from Spain, Greek, and then Sub-Saharan African.
Sub-Saharan Africa. Where the hell is my phone? If I had my phone is over here. I could pull it right up right
My
now.
phone
and
is
tell
right
you.
next to me because I looked it up. I looked it up, and I was just like, all right, whatever. I'm black, yo.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now exactly what it is. It's so fucking weird.
That basically could explain why I look a different race in the summer. Arriba.
I mean, yeah. I mean, what do they call Italians? Off-white.
Well, basically, Sicilians, they always try to classify themselves as just only being Sicilian. They don't want to classify themselves as being Italian because they basically get called Mulignans from the ones from central Italy and the ones that also live up north. So that's why Sicilians kind of feel like they're a little bit isolated from Italy because of the stereotypes that they get.
Yeah. God damn, my fucking phone is so fucking slow here. I'm like hitting buttons.
And like
it's
Sicilians are predominantly like dark complexions, so like it actually explains why like we tan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, once I get this, and you'll see. Hold on, 23andMe. Here it is.
And that's why I can't. And that's why I can't get any color tattoos. I only can get black tattoos because color will just fade immediately when like I'm just prone to the sun, and that shit will just be a waste.
I
of
got
money.
one, and it's doing pretty well. You just got to put the right kind of like lotions and stuff on it and stuff to keep it.
Well, do you go in the sun often?
Pretty much, yeah. But I try to protect it with like sunscreen and shit.
Yeah, because sometimes I work outside, like in the summer. Actually, I work outside often in the summer for my job, so
Yeah.
that shit will get all fucked up and irritated. And I also handle a lot of chemicals, so it's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna get only just black ink because all I wear is black anyway, and it'll match. I don't want to look like all fucking rainbowy shit with all these color tattoos.
Yeah, well. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so. Oh god, it tells you like 9+ regions in Italy. Hold on. So 62.6% Italian, and
That's
so
what
it
you
says,
wore?
That's what I'm part of. I'm just going through some of it. 60.2% Italian. So it says 9 other regions: Sicily, Campania, Calabria. I'm saying them probably wrong.
Calabria.
Lazio, Apulia, Friulia, Virginia, Giulia. Yeah, I can't even say it. It's a really long one with a dash.
I know how to pronounce them. I don't speak Italian. I speak Spanish, but I know a little bit of Italian because it's relatively
It's telling me all like the
similar.
areas: Molise, Veneto, Abruzzo.
Maltese. That's Malta. That's Sicily.
Well, Molise. Molise?
Oh, I thought you said
No.
Maltese.
No,
Maltese.
Molise.
Okay.
Molise, and then
Oh, I thought you said Maltese because that's those are the Italian dogs. They're called the Maltese because they're from Malta.
But Basiclat, I don't know what the hell that means on that, but it says Italian. And then it says 6.4% from the Greek and Balkans. Because let's see, Northern Europe is 11.3%, so it's from Bavaria and Germany. Then I have 1.7 from Scandinavian, and I'm broadly Northwestern European, and it's got 8.6% from Eastern Europe, 5.4 broadly European, and then 1.9 from Western Asia and North Africa, which is the Cooptic Egyptian, and broadly Arab, Egyptian, and Levitanian, or however you say it.
Damn,
Yeah,
so you're everything. You're all colors of the rainbow.
yeah. So it says Coaptic Egyptian. This was the best one. Like when you look up what it is, it's like, oh god, I'm hitting it now. Hold on when it pulls it up, because this is the fucking best thing you could possibly ever think of be.
Yeah, I'm extremely surprised.
Yeah,
at
our
what I
Christian
got.
minority and a genetic distinction group who share an ancient history with non-Coptic Egyptians that dates back from the first pharaohs. However, after 7 centuries conquest of Egypt by Razidun, I can't even say the fucking name, the Christian co-ops faced centuries of persecution at the hands of Egyptian rule. I could read a lot of it, but it's like a whole bunch of shit. So like we were first from like the original pharaohs. So yeah, I don't even know, but I could be like an alien because most but that's what 23
Yeah, well,
gives
you know,
me. Because
Basically, you're part black.
the DNA the DNA from what I'm pulling up right now from Ancestry gives me a little bit different. I don't know if you've done both, but
I did Ancestry, I think, like in the beginning, like a long time ago. I did it in like, this was before COVID. I did it in like
Yeah.
2018, 19 when it was getting pretty big and popular. And then I did the 23andMe in 2021. So I got almost the same exact results, because when I saw Sub-Saharan, I was like, nah, that can't be right. But not that I have anything against it or whatever. It's just like, it just sounded weird to me because like I look like a straight up Guinea, but you know, like when I looked it up and everything like that, and I was like, Jesus Christ, I really am. I was like, holy shit. It was just a little bit odd to me, so I was just looking it up, whatever, and all this other shit, because I don't look Spanish at all. Like everybody just thinks like I'm
Yeah.
straight up Italian, but you know, like up until like when I speak it and everything like that, because my last name is actually from like Spain or something like that. It's pronounced Jafires, and that's because my father's like 3 different Spanish heritages, so it's just like it's also like all mixed up everywhere, because my grandmother's maiden last name was Rodriguez, and you can't get any more Spanish than that. So it's just like, you know, like everything is all weird with that whole family branch thing that I was looking up and all this other shit.
yeah, I can't figure
like,
out
I
my
do, like-
branches. It's hard because I have so many relatives I just don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised I got Greek because I kind of already figured that out. But obviously, like the only one thing that really surprised me was fucking Sub-Saharan African. I was like, Jesus Christ, I really am part black.
There's a bunch
That's
of shit
dope.
in here on my other one that comes up weird because it says I'm like 1% Wales and like 1% like
Wait, like
Spain.
British?
Yeah, like Wales. Like that's the Ancestry DNA is coming up a little differently. They say Wales, like British, and they say Spain, like you know Spain.
You're from
And,
South Wales.
And then it's got Northern Italy at 4%, the Balkans at 5%, Sweden and Denmark at 5%, Greece and Albania 7%, Eastern European and Russian 8%, France 9%, Germanic Europe is 24%, but 36% on Southern Italy, but it also marks Northern Sicily in there. So it's got like Eastern
So you're
Pomero,
mostly Italian, just like I am.
36% on that one. The other one says a little bit more. So it's really weird. So it's like mostly
Oh, that is weird.
Italian and mostly Germanic Europe, however you pronounce it or whatever. But
Yeah, I'm mostly a spick and a Guinea, and that's basically what I just say all the time. Because my father's 3 Hispanic heritages mixed with Greek, and then my mother's straight up Italian. So there you go, Ariba.
yeah. Well, it tells you kind of like how it splits up. On if you do Ancestry now, it'll split it up between what your dad is and what your mom is, and it'll actually break it down for you to tell you who's. what
Yeah,
from
no,
what.
that's where it came from, and that's why I was able to tell you exactly who
Oh
was who.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
somebody just joined the party.
I don't know if he's gonna say anything, but all right.
Somebody just. Did you see that? It said fat people or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, it's trippy. I met him one time and I just added him because you could add people here and they don't have to be your PS5 friend. They could just be your Call of Duty friend. So
Yeah, because right now I'm using my Xbox because my PS5 is in the living room. I'm in my bedroom right now because my whatchamacallit. Sometimes my back kills me from work, so I got this Tempur-Pedic topper for my mattress, and it helps soothe, like back discomfort and
oh
somewhat. Like I don't have pains anymore, thank God, because I had a pinched nerve in the maybe about 2 or 3 years ago, and I've been going to the chiropractor, and there's significant improvement. I have a hell of a lot less subluxations, so everything is so much better now. And now I
that's
won't
good.
walk like a retard anymore with like a hunchback. Now it's actually straight posture, and I could actually, I've been taking it easy at the gym, but at the same time, it's just like you got to look out because your back, as you get older, it becomes more and more fragile. You don't want to fuck with that
Oh,
shit because
yeah.
you can get paralyzed.
Well, I don't sleep right on my neck, so I have like neck issues. I know I do because since I've been like 19 years old, I haven't been able to sleep right on any pillow. So like, I gotta have a conversation with the doctor about that shit because like, there's not a damn fucking pillow in the world that fucking does justice for me. I've tried my pillow, I've tried square pillows, I've tried fucking body pillows, I've tried all sorts of things, and nothing's working for me.
What about memory foam?
I have memory foam. That's what I'm sleeping with now, and I actually put extra stuffing in it. The memory foam, my neck doesn't sleep right on it. Like I'm a side sleeper, so like I can't get the right position because there's like a gap between like the pillow and my neck, so like it just doesn't fully
I see
get
what you're
that.
saying.
Yeah, it doesn't get that like full contact, and then I have to sleep on my back, and I'm not a back sleeper, especially since I used to have bad indigestion. Sleeping on my back would just cause me to like almost get the indigestion to get stuck, and I would get sick. So like I became like a side
Yeah, and you'll
sleeper
end
for the
up
most
shitting
part.
the sheets.
Yeah. Fucking barfing it or some shit. Now when Brianna's next to me, I don't want to pull an Amber Turd.
Oh God, that's horrible. I remember what was it? Oh my God, I've had so many horrible incidents when somebody told me this one story. This broad, straight up, no shame. My friend's girlfriend, now wife, fucking just told me that she shat the sheets in the middle of the night. Like diarrhea style, because she got sick from whatever she ate wherever they went out from dinner or something. She said that she got like food poisoning, so she shat the sheets, and then it still kept coming out as she was trying to go down the stairs to the bathroom.
Oh my God.
So she left a trail. She had a trail everywhere. I'm sorry, as foul as that
Oh
sounds, I
my
was just
God.
laughing.
I hope it wasn't white sheets.
Oh no, like that, I don't even know. But either way, if you shit the sheets, that's horrible.
Dude, I hope that doesn't
You better
go through.
throw that.
Yeah,
you
but
better throw that shit out.
I hope it doesn't go through to the mattress.
Ugh, that's awful. Now you have to get a brand new mattress.
Oh my God. That's a shitty situation, bro.
For real, like thank God I never met a broad with those issues. Like anybody with IBS or some kind of lack.
You could easily have the same issue, bro. All you have to do is eat bad food.
Ugh, no, hell no.
You know, it takes one time.
But this broad just had no shame. She goes, "Oh my God, I shot the sheets." Like, what the fuck?
Like she just told you the story.
Yeah, because people know me by now that I laugh at the most disgusting things. And I don't know why, it's just a natural thing. I think that's what guys normally do anyway. They laugh at disgusting things. You know what I mean? Like, you could talk about shit, you could talk about vomit, diarrhea, or any of the nastiest stuff in the world. And for some reason, I just laugh at it. I don't know why.
Huh?
I don't get pleasure out of it. I just
Yeah, as
laugh
long as you don't
at
get
it.
off by it.
No, that's like some coprophilia shit where you get sexually aroused by feces.
Some people do.
But that's disgusting. That's straight up nasty. Like, I'm talking like rubbing shit all over your chest.
Oh my God. Put it in your pee hole.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Oh wait, so do you want to get it? Do you want to get a game going, or you think it's too late?
What time is it now, anyways?
It's 11 o'clock.
Do you have work in the morning?
I do, but I set my alarm clock for 5, so I could play for a little bit.
I'll play a game. I'll see if anybody else is still on. But yeah, we'll play.
Yeah, because
a game.
I already showered and
I
stuff like
thought you were
that.
gonna already say I already shit the bed.
Yeah, okay. That's just. That's fucking nasty.
All right, so you haven't really been too familiar with DMZ, but you got to check your weapons on here and see what you got and mess around with that real fast.
I got some pretty decent guns. Like this, it's like this blue one that I really, really like, and it shoots blue bullets, and it's an assault rifle, and I'm amused by it. And it's nothing like any other gun that I've seen or had before. So don't hate or make fun of what I have. I'm just fascinated by odd ass shit.
Just be careful, because if you die in the game, you lose it until an hour and a half later. So that's how it kind of works. That's how it works.
Wait,
in
when
DMZ.
you do DMC?
Yeah, if you lose the gun, if you like, let's say for instance you get shot and killed, and like we lose the match, like you have to wait an hour and a half to get the gun back. You have to start with like a random gun or one that you picked up and left.
Yeah, but it's not like I lose it entirely because I paid
for
it.
No, you don't lose it entirely. No, God, no. No, you just lose it for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I only paid like fucking $10-15. I don't care.
Yeah, I accidentally bought the character that I have because I hit the button and they don't give you refunds. And I thought it was one of those things they give you for the holidays. And I was like, oh, this is great. And I didn't realize it was the full character, and I was so pissed.
Yeah, go fucking figure. That's what whatchamacallit, Sexbox and Gay Station does that shit.
Oh, fucking hell.
Because I have both.
But, yeah, it's all about completing missions and not getting killed by the bots and all sorts of crap.
But wait, is there other niggas online also that you have to hunt down?
Well, you don't have to hunt them down unless the missions tell you to do it. But there's actual people on here. Scuba.
What up?
Rub-a-dub-dub, Scuba Steve in the tub.
Don't forget to wash behind your ears.
Oh, man.
And go easy on the delivery boy. He can't help that he's dumb.
Well, I hate to say it, Scuba Steve is only 7'10" out of every other Scuba Steve.
Explore, secure intel, and loot to gain access to new missions. Enemy threat is high, so expect contact.
Alright. Oh, a helicopter. Look at that.
I don't even have a gun, I just have hands.
Oh, you should have. There's a random weapon button you could have hit. And now there's guns over there. And a helicopter.
So I'll just pick one. So I'll just pick one up, whatever I see.
One more guy in.
Push your bloody fire!
Yeah. Steal his gun.
What do we need to do and where are we going? Who's doing what? What are we doing? I don't know how good Scuba Steve is, but I know I could do a hunt squad contract, but that's fucked up if nobody wants to do it. And I can't force anybody to do that, but that's on my missions. But I gotta see what the rest of your missions are. Oh yeah, Doug, you're just starting out. You haven't done anything. He's gotta do all the regular shit. Cause a buddy of mine was telling me, Doug, you know you're flying this thing, right?
Yeah, I just realized that.
you get choices of whatever, but it doesn't matter where we go. But there's a train where we can get all our weapons.
So land by the train?
You can land by the train. Yeah, I'm gonna jump off and go get it.
You can jump off.
Yeah, fuck it. Might as well get on there and get some shit.
God, I almost hit my parachute too late.
Oh, somebody already dicked on this train. I don't know if there's anything left on it, but you can have a... If I find anything good, I can give it to you.
Yeah. I'm just landing on this house right here.
Yeah, there's a vest right here. You could get a 2-plate vest in that.
Ultra
So
One,
they
your
did
squad
need
is
some stuff.
scattered. Sticking together will help you survive.
Fuck.
I should have picked it up for you. Yeah, you're not even close to here. I'll pick it up. Oh, Doug, what'd you do?
I landed somewhere and then all of a sudden these terrorists started shooting me.
Well, don't get shot by them. I'll come over by you, pick you up eventually, or the other guy will. I'm trying to get that vest for
Trying
you.
to run away from them. Yeah, they're all surrounding me. I'm actually gonna die.
Yeah, if you die, you still get picked up, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, good. Yeah, so it doesn't matter then.
So,
Arriba.
Alright, I gotta check the rest of this place out real fast, and I'll be right with you.
Yo, they're coming around in packs. These
Holy
people are
shit.
sick. I'm telling you, they're the dirty Turks.
I just want a fucking gun. There's no guns in here. They took all the guns.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I
there we
couldn't
go.
find them either.
Now I got one decent gun, or alright gun.
I missed my blue gun.
I thought you had it. You didn't load it up. Oh, you didn't. You
I
didn't-
thought
you
it
didn't
just
set
came.
up?
I thought it just loaded automatically.
No, you
got
gotta set it up.
Doing the fuck.
And now I gotta come all the way back here. Where's the other? Where's Scuba? Is Scuba down too? Oh, we're not with Scuba anymore? The name changed? Yo, we were definitely with Scuba, right?
Could've sworn.
Cause sick that kid. Where are you? Where? I am so confused. Are you both down? Is that other kid down by you? Number 3, is he dead?
I don't know. I don't see him on
Silk,
the.
do you have a
I don't
mic?
see it on the map.
I do. I'm showing he has like a blue symbol on him. I can't tell if he's alive or not. And he's right next to you, so I'm trying to get a car to come to you guys. Because it's confusing the fuck out of me right now what the hell's going on. No, he's alive. He's right next to you.
Ultra
He's gonna
One,
get you
got a
up.
Squad member bleeding out. They need a revive.
He's on top of you. He should be picking you up.
All right, here we go.
That was you that symbol was. Alright, never mind. He was right on you.
Thank you, Arriba. Now I gotta go pick up some fucking gum somewhere. I'm gonna go the opposite direction so I don't get surrounded and shot by these guys.
Ultra One, activity is increasing near your location. Stay alert.
Or I could run them over with this pickup truck. Ooh, an item lighter. Yeah, by the train tracks is where I got surrounded before by them.
Yeah, that's where they usually are.
So I'm not gonna cross the train tracks just yet because I haven't got any
Location of a
actual
high-value target. Marking your TAC map.
weapons.
Oh, yep. We could fuck that guy up or not, but he's there. Or we could try to take him. I might die doing it. Oh my god, bot.
Somebody's in a helicopter.
Oh my god, stupid ass bots. Up, I'm down. The bots got me. Because the fucking
Oh,
car didn't have enough. That's alright, I'm in a really bad spot. I'm trying to drop away from him. Alright, officially dead. But there's a vehicle next to you if you want to try to get me up. I know that. Or if 3 wants to get me up. Or if you want to go kill that contract objective. Why don't you use your weapon? You didn't want to kill him with your weapon, Doug?
I don't have one.
Why didn't you pick one up?
I was trying. I couldn't find one, so that's why I wanted to kill one of the other people so I could get one from them.
Yeah, we're with a pretty. I don't know if the other guy's gonna come get you up.
I know it was a stupid move, but I just got desperate.
That was a bad match. Yeah, leave game of party. That was bad. That was a terrible match. I'll even give you that. But if you go to your weapons, you could set up your weapon.
Yeah, I know. Like again, I'm still pretty new at this, so I might sound a little retarded in the beginning.
That's all right. I always sound fucking retarded.
I'm not gonna front.
That's all right.
I'm actually better at this on my PS5.
Try to see if we have another ad. But yeah, go ahead, set up your weapon, because I'll play another round.
Ah, here we go. Alright, so select.
Yeah, and then don't forget to like add your stuff to it, the gunsmith.
I had no idea. I thought it was all saved with like everywhere else,
Nope,
you know?
it wasn't.
See, like that's where I fucked up. And I'll admit to it.
That's why you spit on it first.
Yeah, my bad.
Yep.
That's right, Nick.
Yo.
Yo. What's good?
Grilled
Shit
cheese.
up.
And Doug is fresh from the mix, so he's figuring his shit out.
Oh. Okay.
Well, not entirely. It's not like you're trying to teach a retard their fucking ABCs.
I didn't say you were a retard. I said you're
That's
fresh
all
from the
right.
mix.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. It was a joke.
Can you kill things?
Laugh.
Can you kill things?
Of course.
Okay, well then
There we go.
And you can follow things?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just following the radar.
Or the people?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The radar.
Yeah. Then you're good.
Oh,
See, it don't
who's
matter.
dog in the background?
That's my dog.
Oh. What is it?
A standard
A
poodle.
dog.
No, I mean what breed?
I said standard poodle.
I know, he's being a dick. I gotta get out of my system. It's been such a while since I've been a dick. It's enjoyable.
I have a boxer that lives upstairs. And
A
he
box
comes
of
down
dicks?
my employment.
Oh.
No,
Boxer.
boxer. The dogs.
I just said dicks, and then you're like, I got a box upstairs. I'm like, excuse me? You got a box of dicks? What? Like, nah, I definitely heard that shit wrong, but I gotta repeat it.
Yeah, because it's a little muffled on the headset. It's a little weird.
Nah.
Alright,
All right, well, I'm ready.
So now mine is waiting for the party leader.
Where are you from? Your accent's like so different, Doug.
What? Who has an accent?
Doug, you know how
You
you
know
talk.
who? I was gonna say like
Yeah,
really.
Doug, are you
Come on.
really gonna ask that question?
Wait, so you're talking to me then?
Well, when I said Doug, I didn't think that was enough of a sign.
No, well, I'm from Queens.
From where?
I'm from Queens, New York, and then I moved to Long Island.
Oh, cause
Yeah, Queens has a whole different accent, bro.
Like it's like you're putting it on and it sounds fake, but that's not fake. And
No.
I got it.
I
No.
No, I've been
Because
talking
it's
like this my
different
whole fucking
boroughs,
life.
It's like everything all together. It's weird.
That's the funniest thing.
Yeah, I know. People
Different.
say it's a little
I mean,
weird
but that's the
because,
thing. It's so different. Because it's such a local.
yeah, but
dialect.
then people up north would think that people down south have accents when they're like, "Y'all come back now, you're here."
Oh no! Listen, I'm from New Jersey, right? I'm from like Passaic County,
That's not.
in New Jersey. It's from North Jersey.
It's right next to. It's not far from Bergen County.
Yeah, that's North Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's like central going into north, because
Yeah.
north being, to me, North Jersey is like past Woodbridge, like
So,
going even
yeah,
all the way
so-
north.
So when I was a kid, I had a speech impediment where I would stutter on my words. So I learned to talk like an announcer voice,
Welcome to
and it was
Outlaw
like my
Drive.
voice coming through. So I could
Yeah, so
literally
people don't think
enunciate
that
my
you're
voice,
retarded.
So you can hear clearly, exactly. But the thing is,
Yeah.
I didn't have that honed down when I was like when I was a kid, because I was falling over my own fucking words before I can get them out of my mouth. So
Well,
that
you're
was one
also
of-
young, and you're also figuring yourself out still, so it's not your fucking fault.
Well, I know that. My point being is, what I ended up doing was learning to do that. The speech pattern is different, and I'm also stoned. What was this thing?
Oh wait, I see
I'm
that
stoned.
head all the way up there.
Ooh.
There you go.
Yeah. I was talking about the speech patterns.
Dropping ammo here!
Yeah, but it's not like you have like a list or whatever where
Oh,
you're
no,
talking
it's-
like
No,
where you're talking
that's
like
that's
Sylvester
Stallone,
the
I'm
cat
sorry.
from the Looney Tunes.
Is I've done the best that I can whenever I've noticed a accent of mine. I've done the best that I can to get rid of it,
Well, forget about it. Why would you have to change for other people?
because that's what I've always done. And I
Yeah,
know,
well,
thought
I
that
don't
was funny,
change for
and I don't
anybody, and if people
No,
want
I
to talk
got
shit
that.
or whatever.
I changed my clothes for my wife just so I don't be
No,
dirty.
it's different, you know.
Yeah, well, if people still want to talk
Which
shit,
is
they'll just
fine.
have fun getting into
Yeah.
a Wyatt. That's all.
No, that's fine, man. I don't give a shit. You know, it's just different. It's a different accent, which is fine by me. It's interesting. My whole life I've had all different. Oh, I'm gonna hit this. Wait, where the fuck is?
Well, people
you're
from
with me.
Boston
Yeah.
talk with an accent too.
No,
Instead
well,
of
that's the
bar,
thing,
they
I-
say bah.
to
Talk
be
with buzz
honest,
and
you didn't
cat.
sound like you had a fucking New York accent. I didn't know what the fuck your accent was. I was
I'm
so
born and raised in
confused.
New York.
Well, once you said that, yeah, of course, when you say New York, you know, duh, I got it. Hit that shit home, I got it. You know? Well, let me
I
guess.
see
Ultra
some-
You're a
One, be
Yankees
advised,
fan.
stay safe. Ultra One, activity has increased in the area. Keep your eyes open.
Are you a Mets fan?
I
or a
am the
Yankees
radar.
fan? Mets or Yankees?
Me?
Yeah.
I've been. I mean, like, I'm kind of not either or, but I've been going to Citi Field more than Yankee Stadium because it's just a lot closer and it's
All right,
easier
I
to
can
get
be
to.
in that. Cool. Works for me. I'll take it.
So I don't really particular like one better than the other, but it's just Citi Field is less of a pain in the ass to get to.
Yeah.
Nice, I
mean,
shot someone.
It's not my lifestyle choice. Like I don't like living in that urban area. Not just me. You know, but minus that, you know, you have the convenience of everything there. It's nice. You know, it's just that, you know, I grew up in a town called West Milford, which was a semi-rural town in comparison to New York, of course.
Ultra One, completing
So,
contracts will earn you
quiet is
cash to
nicer
use
than
at
there.
buy stations.
That's what I'm used to.
Yeah, I'm just used to like city life in New York, and then all of a sudden I moved to suburbia.
Oh, you moved to suburbia.
But I
so
like
something
it though.
fucking
I got
ridiculous.
used to it because
What do you call suburbia?
Long Island. It's basically like
where now? I have in-laws that are out in that west Islip or some shit like that, or Islip or.
no, that's Islip. Those are the South Shore sewer rats. I don't live over there. I live in Kings Port.
That's what I'm saying. That's nice.
I live on the North Shore. That's Kings Park.
Can you grab me, Ted? Or run over to the yellow guy. Over your
Nice.
shoulder.
I'm all the way on the north tip, right by Sunken Meadow Beach, which is northwest Suffolk. Suffolk County.
Okay. Wait, what's that? No, Coram. Sorry, that's Coram.
Fuck. Oh, Coram? That's right next to like Medford and
Coram, yeah. Well, that's what I call it, Coram.
Correct.
Oh, I always said Coram.
We always joke around because they have an accent, and it's fucking. It's almost
They're
like
shooting
a little
me.
whiny,
They have
but
an
it's not whiny.
accent. My wife's from
Shit.
Coram, and she don't.
really?
I mean, maybe she's there.
No,
I don't.
she does.
She's from Korea.
I used to live in Coram, but I wasn't born in Coram.
Yeah, I like it over there.
I used to live in Kings
It's
Park.
not so bad.
So wait, you lived in Coram before Kings Park?
No, I lived in Kings Park before Coram. It was Kings Park, Coram, Kings Park. You know, it's like I got crammed,
all right,
and then
but you're born and raised in. But you were born and raised in Kings
well,
Park.
Huntington, I was born.
He was from Huntington.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Because Kings Park is town of Smithtown.
Yes.
Because Huntington is
Yeah, we're
its own
down,
town.
man.
Holy shit, these fucking bots.
Alright.
I
There you
killed
go.
2 people and then I died. I felt like the gun just
What,
took
did he
forever to
leave?
load because
I guess he left. I'll be over there in a hot second. I'll come over to you.
take your sweet ass time.
Well, I can't believe you fucking left on us. I might go to bed
Maybe he
after
went
this
back-
anyways, but...
Maybe he just lost connection. Or he just went back to base. But everybody always says that. Though. It's like, oh
shit.
yeah, you have the big ass accent, blah blah blah. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you do have an accent. I definitely noticed it, but I'm just used to it too.
Yeah, but look.
Ultra One, we're seeing increased activity in the area. Stay sharp.
I'm surprised you don't talk like a hillbilly now that you live down south.
Nah, my New Yorker stays with me. People always tell me it comes out. Try not
Like,
to
I
kill
reckon
these
y'all need a cigarette.
What do you think? I'm Jed Clampett from the fucking Hillbillies?
I reckon I'm gonna order me some mashed potatoes at the Cracker Barrel.
You should just talk like that from now on instead of your accent. And like,
I reckon I'm gonna give it a shot.
just do it like the kid Nick did, you know, just to like change it.
Yeah, I'll just pretend to be some southern hillbilly hick-ass nigga. Be like, y'all Yankees from New York.
Ooh, I almost got deaded.
Yo, a long time ago, what was it? Not even a long time ago. I was on a death match with random people online, and this guy was cursing at me because I kept killing him in the deathmatch round. He goes, yo, fuck you, Dougie Fresh, blah, blah, blah. I was like, fuck you, you stupid hillbilly inbred hick. Because he had, like, this very thick southern accent. You could tell he was some, like, former country
Yeah, I could tell.
cowboy
I
or
could tell you're
something.
from Queens because now I noticed the accent because my neighbor I worked with, the one I was telling you about, he's from Queens and he has a similar accent towards yours, but it's like slightly different, but it sounds similar.
I guess because, like, the closer you are to the city or whatever, I don't know, it changes.
I don't know what
A little
Queens
weird.
does, but it's definitely Queens.
Yeah, but everybody can know. But I always get Staten Italy or Brooklyn or whatever.
No, it's definitely Queens. Now that I realize it.
I was like, I am not from Staten Italy. I hate Staten Italy.
The garbage dump of America. Well, besides New Jersey.
No, it's actually the Bronx. The Bronx is complete trash. But I would say out of all the boroughs, I like Brooklyn and Queens the best. Manhattan is turning into a dump.
Yeah.
Especially after the pandemic. And now the rats are taking over in Central Park.
So they've always lived there.
No, but I'm saying like the rat population is probably more than the human population at this point.
Oh God.
Like there's some pure fuckery going on in New York. They say the city that never sleeps. I call it the city that went to sleep. With all their fuckery.
Oh shit. I don't know what that bot was. What the fuck?
How long does it spectate for?
It can go for as long as it needs to.
Ah, bafunkel.
Ultra One, activity is increasing
Where the
near
fuck
your
is this
location.
bot
Stay
at?
alert.
And you're by yourself.
I have no armor, yeah. I don't want to go down.
Bastardo da figlia di puttana.
I could get him, I'm just waiting to see where he's at.
Oh shit. They're right behind you on the fence.
I need to heal
Shoot
up.
those dirty Turks.
I hear him, but I just can't see him. Come on, fucking fence guys.
No. Can you steal their guns?
Yes. Oh God, oh God, oh God.
I think that sound like they're behind that tank truck.
There's so many of them.
How many are there? Did
Like
they tell
fucking
you
10 of
on
them.
the
I don't
radar?
even know, I could just hear them. No.
Yeah, I know, but you killed like 5 of them, and I killed like 2 or 3 of them. So there's got to be a lot less now, unless if they fucking came from another type.
And they come from helicopters and shit. I'm just waiting to see who this last guy is before I fucking get out there and get pinged.
Yeah. Guess that whole tank is your fucking sanctuary for now. On some real nigga shit.
How many are there? What the fuck? I definitely saw the rat bastard. Where are you at? Come on, you fucking cocksucker.
Oh, did I also tell you that Greg and Christine bought a house in Islip?
Oh yeah, I saw
They're
that.
out of that. They're out of that other house, 246 Comac.
Yeah, but they were with his Christine's brother, right?
Yeah, everybody still lives there. They all just chip in for like the mortgage. Because the mom is still there, but everybody's got their own rooms now. It's a much more spaced out house and everything like that. And they have a really nice yard too. Like I like it, and I'm very happy for them.
No, it's good. It just kind of sucks that they're with their brother.
Yeah, I know. Like they're not actually by themselves, but they actually have a room with a door.
Oh God, we're friendly. We're friendly.
Additional
You know, like I would
members
think
have
the
been
whole point
requested.
of like moving out is living by yourself, but yeah. But they live on a different floor level. They live, I think, on the first floor, and everybody else lives upstairs. So they do have a little bit more privacy, but it's just like, you know, with me.
Oh my
like,
god, duck down, duck down, duck down, duck down, duck down, duck down,
shit,
duck down.
Molotov, get down!
I am.
Go.
Oh fuck! They threw a firebomb,
Yeah, it was a team.
I just gotta catch my breath.
but I got away from them.
I need a corpsman.
But you still died.
How did I die?
Because they threw the fire on you.
Right, but I got away from them.
You were dead. You were already dead. You were knocked down.
Oh, that's bullshit. But I was crawling still.
That yeah, because you have time to survive, but it doesn't.
Oh well. We still got. Oh wow, we still got XP.
I have to wait for this instance. Come on, instance. Now it's gonna fuck my ass up.